All right, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to another Two Disciples of Christ Bible study. Nefertali, we did send you the link. I sent the link to several people, but it is what it is. So without further delay, I'm going to turn it over to General Yasha Beam and Murray Benaya. They're going to speak for a minute.
Cant, Shabbat Shalom, family. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
So all praise due to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. And you are tuned in to another episode of True Disciples of Christ. In fact, the proof is in the title. The husband is the wife's covering and head. You know what I'm saying? We cannot talk about this subject matter enough. I know some folks in the background, it's like, they're always talking about it. Well, hey, 50% of first marriages end in divorce. About 65% of second marriages and 72% of third marriages end in divorce. So we got to take it back to the beginning.
Should we start off? I know every Shabbat we're supposed to read in the Torah. Should we start off with the Ten Commandments?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to do that.
Come on. Let me get my my Sefer.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Eric White. Came out this morning. Dang on. I see you in the room. Al Haserd, Edward Isaac, Shabbat Shalom. Dang on. You got Alicia. Okay, you back. I must have missed you yesterday, Alicia. Shabbat Shalom. Mail delivery subsystem. Shabbat Shalom. Shout out to Jadir. Hey, Jadir, I think you got the link too, man. You should be on this side with us, huh? Let me see here right quick.
I know he sent it out to a lot of brothers.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. If the Kahan, those of you that are in True Disciples of Christ, if the Kahan forwards you the StreamYard link, in such a way you come on here, and help bring out these precepts. When you're out here and you're actively looking for the precepts as he asking for them, that helps you remember the scriptures as well. So don't think it's without purpose. Everyone has their has their time, and you guys are being chosen. Don't let that go to waste.
So the best way to learn is to come on and not only hear the precepts, but skip to them in your Bible, in your Basur. I mean, physically, not just opening up a web page and searching it, but physically going to that page and the scriptures. That helps you learn it and retain the information. On top of reading out loud, it's all for greater good for you to understand and maintain that scripture in your mind because you physically see it on the paper.
I can't see who he sent the StreamYard link to because he sent it to me directly. But if he sent it to you, I mean, go ahead and come on, so help read these precepts. But you got that, you got the Ten Commandments?
Come
on, bring it up.
This is the book of Shemot, Exodus, chapter 20, starting at verse 1. And the Supreme Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh, thy Supreme Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of bondage. Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other Elohim before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in Shemaim above, or that is in earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, Yahweh, thy supreme Elohim, am a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Verse 7, thou shalt not take the name of the supreme Elohim Yahweh in vain, for the supreme Elohim will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
It's like it. Jadir, I shared that link with you last night. You ain't come in. I actually shared it with the entire T-Dot. I don't want to drop it in the room right now. You can get a lot of people coming in. I'm trying to send it to your phone directly. Like, it's like you, man. Go ahead.
Verse 8, remember the Shabbat day to keep it holy. Verse 9, 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but in the seventh day is the Shabbat of Yahweh. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yahweh made Shemaim and Eretz, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the Shabbat day and hallowed it. Verse 12, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yahweh giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. In verse 17, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Con. Praise to the Most High, man. So, hey, I wanted to bring out, it's not too much related to the subject matter, but just notice, and those of you out there, you know the story, how the Most High dealt with Moses and Moses brought it to the people. So for the nation, when we came out of bondage, Egypt, Mizraim, there's an order, so in dealing with the order of things, in one's household, that's how it was with the, with the nation of Israel when they came out of bondage. And so it is in every area, it's written that, everything should be done decently in order. And without order is where you get chaos. So that's what has to do with, more so to do with today's subject matter. As we all know, the husband is the wife's covering. How do we know that? Prophecy of Isaiah is in there. And every time we're, in the scriptures where there was, when there was a wedding, the woman took on the man's name. It was for, it's for that purpose. That's, that's their position. And based on their emotions, that's a wonderful and good position to be in, because that's specifically how the woman was made. Woman seeks protection. So she wants to be covered. And in the most basic state, she wants to be covered. But I'm going to bring out that Isaiah chapter 4 right quick, so you can see that the husband is the husband is the covering for the woman.
She should want to seek protection, but most of them don't. Most of them today apparently are rebellious witches.
Come.
We're going to go into that. Go ahead, get that precept. Jadir, check your phone. I just sent you the link.
Come, you got the book of Isaiah, Yeshaya, chapter 4 and verse 1. Noise. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. So you got 7 women in these days saying that we will feed ourselves. You ain't got to buy us food, and we will purchase and make our own clothing. And the last part that says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Reproach is synonymous with sin or trespass. So the man is, in these days, in those days, is going to be a covering for the woman. And we can even find that out in the book of 1 Corinthians, the divine order. See, I think that's 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Pull this out here.
There's no such thing as equality, Eve. There's levels to this. Man will always and forever be above you. Just gonna have to get with it or get lost, to be honest. And that's the Most High saying that. Most High commanded you to be under your man, under your husband. As a man is under Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Plain and simple.
So you got the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. This is divine order. This is proof.
Everyone go ahead and get a thumbs up as you come in the room. I just want to see what that button actually does when you click it. Can everyone go ahead and give a thumbs up? I'm wondering what that button would do. You tried it on Nefertali yet?
Kane, I tried it. Miraculous things have happened to this computer here.
Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I think it calls more sheep into the fold. So be sure to hit that thumbs up button when you come in the room. We shouldn't have to tell you that, but it does miraculous things. Go ahead, brother.
Con.
All right, so yeah, today's topic, you see him outside in Nefertali, right there. It's a beautiful day out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yes, it is. I see you out there. Beautiful Shabbat.
Got him a trampoline.
Trampoline.
Hey, keep them jumping, keep them jumping.
I am actually gonna jump on that myself, Ali. That's good exercise, man.
That's excellent. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it's like
cardio, man.
Like jumping rope.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic too.
Especially putting your knees to your chest, man. Yeah.
Can you do a backflip? Can you do a black flip, bro?
Nah. Yeah, I mean, that's for you funkies, man. I'm a gorilla, man.
Here it is.
Spider monkeys, man. Yeah, I mean, fighting you flipping over in movies that I hit you in the grill one time and you out. All that stuff is done. I catch you in the middle of your flip. As soon as you hit it, yeah, nah, my sons be doing that, man. Yeah, man.
Say less.
But I think all Eves could do a backflip the way they flip out.
True.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. I was never really acrobatic. I didn't really see the benefit of it in real fighting. I don't see how that would actually ever benefit me, man.
Oh no, it doesn't. It does not at all.
Yeah, it looks good for the movies though. Jackie Chan, I'll leave that to them, man. I'll stay grounded, man.
The
only thing I might leave the ground for is that Superman punch. And when it comes down, it's coming in your grill. Bang! Like so.
I don't know, man. A kick to the head is pretty deadly.
Yeah, but you ain't got to jump off the ground.
You ain't got to jump for that. See, every time you jump, what I learned in martial arts, and I never lost when I was in tournaments, man. What I learned, when someone leaves the ground, they got to come back down. If you time them, as soon as they land, they're going to be off the fence. You know what I mean? Because they have to reposition themselves to the ground. And when you're in the air, you don't have all of that power like you do when you're grounded. When you stay to the ground, man, you got more power.
That's
The
right.
kicks are good. The cooks are good, but you still got to come back down. And if you get time, it's lights out.
Yep, y'all pay attention. Telling the truth.
Come.
It serves no purpose in a real life situation.
That's why you don't see a lot of that in the UFC. You know what I mean? You don't see that. And real fighting. You know what I mean? You don't see no people doing backflips and like you see it. Remember the old Kung Fu theater movies? They doing backflips. The man jumps up. He's on top of a house.
Man, it's a good stretch, but that's just about it. That's it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, I mean, it's good for show. People like that kind of stuff, but it's not gonna do you nothing in a real fight, man. Unless you could just flip and you keep flipping, you get out. But otherwise, nah, man. So yeah, man. Today's topic is husbands or the covering of their wives. Women wear head coverings for a purpose. The reason you wear head coverings is not only to conceal your hair, which is actually a symbol of your beauty, and reserve it for your husband. You also cover your head. It's supposed to be a reminder as a form of submission. The priest cannot go into the temple without his head. It's his reminder that he submits to the Most High. You see, there is an order. There's an order in this earth. So someone get 1 Corinthians 11:3. There is an order in this earth. And when this order is broken, we get the type of world that we have today, which is chaotic. We get the type of world where if you speak out biblically against some sort of lifestyle that may be alternative to what the Most High commands, then you're condemned. And that's considered to be hate speech. So it's safe to say that truth is the new hate speech. Truth is the new hate speech. If you tell the truth, people don't like it. You don't like Tazadaq. Why not? He told me I was fat. Where are you? You're 5'2", and you weigh 230. Are you or are you not? Well, yeah, you should talk to people like that. Well, maybe he's trying to motivate you to actually enhance your condition to improve your living standards and prolong your longevity upon this earth. You can look at it the way that you want to look at it. 1 Corinthians 11:3. This is a divine order. This is a divine order right now they're about to read.
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, Christ, and the head of the woman is the man.
So who?
The man.
Who's the head of Rhea?
The man.
The head of your pa?
The man.
Damn, I don't think they figured that out yet, man. They haven't figured that out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I can't hold you. I seem to get more respect from the woman that I was condemning, eye candy, than those two. Because she accepted rebuke and didn't say a damn thing back. You understand what I'm saying? I pay attention to things. See, we could look at Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, she was a harlot. She was act of adultery. But when she made a decision to change her life, not pretend to change it, that woman anointed the Messiah's feet. She anointed his feet because she turned her whole entire life around and really meant it. So just because we're on the bottom doesn't mean we will actually have to stay there. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Something people really need to start musing over and thinking about and deeply considering. So General Yashabim just read the husband is the head of the wife. How many women in this setup that you know that really, really agree with that? If they agree with that, they're going to let it unfold, right? If your husband is saying something, understand this. And I know this sounds ridiculous to feminists. This is a feminist war, right? When the husband is telling the wife something, the wife is to be quiet according to the word of the Most High. If you're a so-called Israelite woman, a so-called Christian woman, If the husband is telling the wife something, shh, you are to be quiet. When the word of the Most High is going forth, the women are to be quiet. Because it says, let your women keep silent in the kanas. In the gathering, the women are to be, oh, wow, they don't want that. You know why? Because the devil came into the midst of us and he tampered with it. Keep in mind, fellas, we was made in the image and likeness of the woman was made in the image and likeness of the man. And since the beginning, woman has actually been striving to be like the Most High, which is why she betrayed the Most High. And so this is why the scriptures say, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter. Because there's something within her. It says that desire shall be unto that husband. It doesn't, she's just going to want to be with the husband. It means she's going to want to overthrow the husband. That means she's going to want to be the man. This is why you're saying, see, modern women are saying, if the man could do it, I could do it too. What about place in the home? What about taking care of the children? What about keeping house? And so women in the video, Sister Wives of Atlanta, oh, nah, yeah. Because you don't know what a real woman is. You don't have anything to measure it by. Your mother was a daughter of adultery. And if I offended you, I meant to. Oh, you finished that out, General Yashipi?
God. And it says, and the head of Christ is Supreme Elohim.
So that's an order right there. That's an order. So let's get 1 Peter 3, verse 7. 1 Peter 3, verse 7. See, the Most High has literally structured the human life and commanded all believers, not some, all believers to submit to authority. In every organization on earth, Jaidir, there's some form of authority. There's some form of authority. The order with that authority. See, people know at work, if they don't conform to the authority, they're going to get fired. And so men have to stand up. And when women don't conform to the authority of the home, you kick her ass out. Don't get in your emotions, kick her out. You say, oh, Tazadaq, you bent. No, I'm not. The scriptures say if she does not go the way that you will have her, put her away and give her a bill of divorce. That's what the scriptures say. So she's to listen to the man. I need you men to hear me today. That's the book of Sirach, man. 26, and we're going to get to that. Someone got the 1 Peter 3 and 7?
Gone.
Right now, I'm talking to a lot of men right now, and they starting to slide down in their seats because your wife is looking at you cross-eyed. She said, I don't want you to listen to Tazadaq anymore. Eric's wife told him that. Don't you think about, man, I wish my damn wife would talk to me like that. Don't you think about getting, what the hell is it to you? Or which God do you believe in? Do you believe in the God of the Bible or no?
Come on.
That's the bottom line. If you do, then fall in line or get left behind like in Noah's time. Remember Lot's wife. That's what you need to start telling your wives. Remember Lot's wife. You don't want to be your covering because I'm going to tell you something, man. The woman is more prone to sin than the man. I can't make this up. That's why you see way more men in the truth than women, and you see way more women in the lie, which is called the church and Christianity, than men. Because the men see it. I was talking to someone yesterday, man. They told me, yeah, I used to go to church. Oh, no, the sister, I won't give a name. A sister, Tazadaq, I was giving a coaching. She said, yeah, my husband used to go to church until he saw that the pastor was gay. And many of the men in the choir was gay. So my husband lost entrance.
Wow.
You see?
Oh, man.
What the hell?
Because the men spot things, and the man said, no, I can't rock with that. I can't be around something like that. But Eve is comfortable around that because she gets to do what she wants to do. There's no real man that's going to put her in check and say, listen, I'm your husband. I'm your covering. If you don't listen to me, you get out.
God.
And don't tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then Abraham was wrong because he cast Hagar out with her child. So you got to get out of your emotions, man, and start living by these scriptures. Either you're all right or not right at all. That's what a man does. Don't worry about what the world says. The world's not feeding you, man. To do right by you. Understand that. They say, oh, wow, I don't like this guy. This guy seems harsh. Let me get David on here, man. Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being...
Check this out. Israel changed his name from to Khan, Israel.
Wow.
What the hell's wrong with these people? And he come with all kind of false doctrine last night, man.
Yeah, William Coleman sent me 2 emails after the message last night trying to correct something, man. I ain't paid no mind.
Who's William Coleman?
That guy in Thunderbolt, Georgia, I think.
That's his will, I believe.
Yeah, that's him, huh? That's him.
That's him?
Yeah, that's him.
What?
There's government out there like that, but yeah.
Oh, wow. That's the same. Yeah, he sent me an email trying to correct us correcting David. But he wouldn't come on, he couldn't come on the platform because his screen was jacked up.
They came on, the Most High shut him down, man. It was the Most High that came up there. Y'all don't believe it. It was the Most High. He's sitting there, like a frog looking up through a frozen pond.
I was laughing at that.
Looking up through a frozen pond, man.
I was laughing at that all night after that call.
That's the Most High. That's how the Most High work, man. Yeah.
And my stomach hurting laughing so hard.
And he kept trying to come on. Most High shut him back down. Most High said, "You're not putting my anointings has been putting out. I'm not gonna come in here and bring no folly."
He's saying he was blocked. No, nobody blocked him.
Nobody blocked him. He's now that's scoffing.
Wow. Why are you out there lying?
If he was blocked, man, he couldn't get in there. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He won't be able to do what he's doing now. Y'all see how people do? Forgive him, Father, for he know not what he does.
I'm excited to share with you.
Oh, you got that precept? He's probably in the room. He's probably gonna put something in the room now.
He is in a room. That's why I'm saying that. He's up there as Kahan Israel. Saying about the host blocked me. Nah.
Nobody blocked you.
I'm about to block him for real because he's lying, man. I don't like that lying. How you was blocked and you was on the room, you dumb jackass.
Come on.
Call him exactly what he is, a damn jackass. Because you come on here lying. You'll get all kind of damn demons on him, man.
What do you mean you don't control the audio? How do you not control the audio?
Simple as hell, man.
What?
You mute yourself and you unmute yourself.
He's simple as hell, man. Wow.
Whatever. He kept unmuting himself and it wasn't working. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's between you and your jacked up device.
David last night.
Yeah, that's between him and the Most High, man. Ain't nothing here.
David.
Yeah.
We're on the call, man. Get you and your niece on the call, man. Your niece was in the spirit last night. You need to get her back on the call. You need to put her in contact with some of the Tazadaq sisters.
Okay, I'm here. I need to get the link to come in the room.
Oh, that's not true, David. I'm ashamed at you, David.
I'm not going to make this up. You can't make this up.
I'm ashamed at you, David. Now you're starting to sound like Israel.
You're one of the good ones, Don.
What did he say?
David, I'm ashamed at you. All right, David. All right, David. Shalom.
How can you
Salakia. To the debtor-minded brother Israel, listen, brother. I mean, obviously the Most High is trying to let you know something. Humble yourself, brother. For real, man. If it was really meant for you to be on here, restart your phone, because I can attest that I was having an issue with my mic, but what I realized that one of my brothers informed me to do and facilitated for me to do was to restart my phone. So restart your phone and go through the prompts as they instruct you to do. And once you do that, you should be on. So get out of your debtor mind state and stop blaspheming my teacher. For real. Stop it, brother. Get your mind right, get your blessings. Be one for you, will be one for all brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? So come on, man, get your mind right.
Yeah, the brother was
Yeah.
on. I mean, he muted and unmuted himself multiple times. I mean, it's obviously just a issue with your machine. I would follow what
That's the
Yusuf just
mindset of
said.
a demon, man. When people just that scoff like that, because you see exactly what I was bringing out yesterday. Someone gets Psalms 35 and 11 real quick. This is exactly what this dude is doing, man. And this dude is making accusatory statements like a damn debtor, accusing me of something I have no clue what he's talking about. He's laying charges on me. That's defaming someone. That's what a scoffer does. And he won't repent. But the Most High is going to deal with him.
God, the book of Psalms, Telehan, chapter 35, verse 11. False witnesses did rise up.
Yeah, you're a false witness. You're a false witness, Isabel. Read on.
They laid to my charge things that I knew not.
And this dude's charging me with something I don't even know what he's talking about. He said the host, I was the host, that I muted him. And I blocked him. He was in the room, but he said I blocked him. He was in the room, his mouth was moving, but he couldn't talk. And everyone can see if I have someone mute, right? You can see when someone's muted. The guy wasn't muted. You can see when it's muted because there's a line across the mic. You understand what I'm saying? And he unmuted and muted himself several times. But you can't make this stuff up, guys. You can't. And he has the adapt himself a Kahan, man. Trying to throw dirt, not really just on me, but everyone. That's a scoffer. But back to the message, man. He's taken away from the message, man. So the Most High structured people, all believers, to submit to authority. We are to honor, to submit, and respect elders and other people in authority figures. So as long as they're in and under the Most High, we are supposed to respect pastors, kahans, anyone in authority to us, because we are also called to do honor, submit, and respect the Most High. So as I've actually pointed out so many times, man, Israelites and wives should submit to their husbands. And in submitting, why essentially trusting their leadership as they are the head of the families. Husbands are the heads of your families. I don't care how much money you're making. I don't care if you're the breadwinner. The Most High made it that way. A husband is the head of the family. Wives are to trust that as Yahweh is their head and their covering. Yahweh is guarding them in how our homes are to actually be rooted and ordered. So when a woman is away from her husband, yeah, a lot of women get me mad, brother Yusuf. I'm leaving. That's what it is. I ain't coming back. She might send one of her girls over there to get her clothes. Come on, y'all been through it at least one time. You know the game. I'm not the only one that's dealt with this nonsense. She sent someone over to get her clothes. See, when she does that, that's the spirit of Nakash. To those of you who don't know, Nakash is a snake. That's the spirit of the serpent on her. Because when a woman is not under her husband, I'm talking about a righteous man. I'm talking about a Yah-fearing man. I'm not talking about the worldly Negro. Because he's going to cause it a sin. You got two demons there together then. But when she goes out from under her husband, she's out from under her protection. Thus saith the Most High. Thus saith the Supreme Our Thus saith the Bible. So when she goes, some of you could bear witness to that. Sometimes a woman will go around her family, right? And she come back, she got these spirits on her. She's acting different.
Yep.
Everything might have been cool, man. Everything's going on, and this is a sign of borderline, man, which is essentially a spirit. She talks to her daughter, damn spirit. Her damn daughter put a spirit on her. Everything's cool, lovey-dovey. They said, damn, what the hell just happened to this woman? So are you guys telling me I'm the only one that dealt with females like that?
You want it?
I know what
Nah.
So you said, damn, what the hell? You said, no, what's wrong with you, love? Oh, nothing's wrong with me. See, Satan came through her daughter, through her mother. Satan came through her friend over the phone. You shouldn't let him talk. You're always getting along just fine. Girl, you shouldn't let him like that. Girl, you fine. You could get any man you want. And then that damn spirit jump on her. She said, you know what? I can't get any man I want. She just put a demon in your home. But she couldn't have done it unless your wife allowed it to. So she starts talking back to you. When a woman starts talking, her covering, her head, a man is your head, your covering, because the covering goes on her head, which makes him your head. The man is your head. So when you start talking back to him, the man starts feeling like you do when your children talk, because your husband is like the Most High over you. The scripture says that. When you start talking back, it pushes the man away.
Go on.
And the more it happens, it makes the man not want you around. So the man may ask you to leave to get some peace of mind. Because that's what we want, man, peace. If you really want to turn a man against you, all you got to keep doing is putting him down. See, men, we develop strength off of being told that we're doing good. You understand what I'm saying? Nefertari's wife said, damn, Ali, you put that thing together by yourself? You carried that whole thing? Nefertari said, oh, girl, that wasn't nothing, man. I carried two of them by myself. See, it builds you up and make you want to do more. And when she put the man down, it makes him not even want to have her. It makes him not even want to have her around, man. Because men feed off of and grow off of positive energy. You see that? Not negative energy. Not being put down. They like to be told that, hey, baby, you're doing a great job. Men might be trying to start this. Eve breaks him down. Yeah, you're losing all our money. But you should be telling him, okay, baby, it didn't work that time, but we're trying. Let's just have faith in the Most High. Know this is going to work. Most Eves are not like that. They wait for you to do something so they could use that over your head. David, you keep falling out of the room, huh?
My bad.
So as I pointed out before, Israel and why should submit to totally and trusting in him as they trust the Most High. You're trust him as your covering and your head. And when you're not around him anymore, you're not under his protection. And the man has to be able to control you. See, protection is correlative to control. You say, I ain't no man controlling me. Watch this, watch this. So you have a son. I tell Tazadaq, don't go in the street. Don't play in the street, Tazadaq. Tazadaq doesn't know, he can't analyze that a car might come. He might not be able to get away in time. Get out of the way in time. Some idiot comes through driving in a residential area where the speed limit's 25. They doing 60. They just got a new car. They've been drinking, and they come through. So in order to protect Tazadaq, you have to have Tazadaq under your control. If you tell Tazadaq something and he doesn't listen, now you got to punish him. to keep him under your control, because he doesn't get that me being able to control you is the only way that I can protect you. A woman said, ain't no man's going to control me, then he can't clearly protect you, right? Because if you want to do, you're going to go when you want to go, leave when you want to leave, come back when, that's not control. The man can't protect you, because when you're out there, you're no longer under your covering, just like that child. You see, that's why the Most High made an order in this oath, because you make a lot of decisions based off of emotions. And when she's out there with no covering, the goons go for her. Tell her a funny joke. And if she has that Jezebel spirit on her, she'll listen to him. And then the rest is history. So that's what the Most High is saying this in 1 Peter 3 and 7. Read that again, King. 1 Peter 3, verse 7.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel.
As unto the what?
As unto the weaker vessel.
So that means a woman is more prone to sin than a man is. A woman is more prone to commit sin than the man is. She's the weaker vessel. This is why the Most High gave the man as a covering for her. See, Adam, when he allowed Eve to get from out under his covering, out from under his protection, the devil was able to seduce her. Just like a devil might come through Bobo out in the street. The devil might come through a little man because she's not home where she should be, and she starts talking to another man, and the rest is history. She commits adultery and then come back and wipe her mouth like she hasn't done anything. If she's not under your control, she's not under your protection. See, a husband being a wife's covering, it does not mean that he's ignorant in domination over her. It does not mean that he's furious in controlling her. The kind of control that is rooted in witchcraft are those controls being just a tyrant, being furiously controlling. That's witchcraft. But rather, as Peter points out, is honoring and respecting her as the weaker vessel, right? See, for anyone that has actually lived or spent time around anyone from what they refer to as the Middle East, there's still conservative mindsets for the family. When you go to places like Jordan and places like that, David said he's been there. David. See, that go back to the days of the Bible mindset. David, can you mute that? That are different than these Western. Come on, man, mute that thing. Yeah. Mute this guy. See, when you go back to the Bible, women weren't given any rights to get a divorce. Esau said that was wrong. Women wasn't given any rights to, control the money and so on and so forth. Women was not given any rights to say things during that time. A woman knew her place in society. If you talk to a woman like that now, man, they'll call you a misogynist. I want you to think about your personal relationship with your whore, right? I would imagine that most women submit to the Most High, right? And in that submission, you find his guiding hand of love, faith, trust in him, even when you don't understand. Patience and waiting for him to bring your breakthrough in his own way and in his own time, not on your time. And always believing he's a good father. Stand. Do you know the Most High does not control in an unhealthy way? Have you ever seen the Most High overbearing to anyone? No. Suffocating anyone? No. Yahweh is never that way. So as we honor the Most High, sisters, you should honor your husband, submit and respect him. and he honors and respects the children. Yahweh does not ask any more of husband than he does the model himself. He asked the man to model him. You're supposed to be Christ-like. So men's first father was Adam. Adam. And the time that Adam was not covering Eve because she decided to wander off a little bit to herself by that tree, the serpent. So I'm gonna tell all you men, man, when your woman is not in your protection, when your woman is out there, the devil will get to her, man. Can't listen to what she say, man. It's what she does. Eve was not in her covering. She was her husband because she took it to her husband. And then he ate. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let's prove it. David. And what did Adam do? Adam simped out. He didn't enter. Let's get Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Eve betrayed the Most High and her husband when she didn't listen. See, the woman to whom the Most High made Adam a covering for, a head for, that Adam was supposed to be in charge of, Adam got soft. And she wasn't on his covering, and she sinned. And she brought sin into the world. And because of the woman, Eve, we all died. So get that Genesis 3rd chapter, man. Let's prove it.
Come on, book of Genesis, Bereshith, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh Supreme Elohim had made.
Now, what does it mean? What does it mean to be subtle? The serpent, that Nakash, was more subtle than any beast of the field. What are we talking about here? The serpent was more subtle, more crafty than any beast of the field.
Sneaky.
That the Most High has made. He's sneaky. He's slithering. He sneaks up on you. He curls up on a corner and he lays in wait. He's crafty. He's subtle. Women are much more subtle than men. When a man commits adultery, he don't go through this long thing of plotting it out. Woman does it. She plots it out every instant. She's subtle. Gotta watch it, man. Keep a sure watch on the shameless daughter. Go ahead, General Yashabit.
And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Supreme Elohim said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but
so she knew. Now I'm gonna show you how the woman knew. So she deliberately betrayed the Most High. She knew because she's repeating the commandment that the Most High gave to Adam. So she knew she was supposed to do this. So she deliberately went against the creator of the heaven and earth. That means we don't stand a chance. Keep on watch over a shameless daughter. If you don't keep on these scriptures and you don't keep her under your covenant, she's going to betray you because it's in the nature of a woman. And we're reading it right here. Read on, man. Read what you got.
But of the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden, Supreme Elohim said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die.
Read on.
And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
Stop. Now let's put this in the context of a modern day world, right? Your woman and you get into a disagreement. The woman leaves. She goes back to her parents' house, wherever. She's out in the public. Here comes Slick Talking Willie. Sit down. What's wrong, baby? You look a little upset. The man's not treating you right. The man shouldn't be talking to you like that. See, that's the devil. First of all, she shouldn't even be talking to him. He shouldn't be talking to her because she's married. See what I'm talking about? But she sit there and listen. And he talk her out of that for JJ. She go off and commit adultery, and then she'll come back a week behind and tell you accident. I was emotional. She's a demon. She done the same thing that Eve is doing right here because this is what Satan did to her. See, she knew what she wasn't supposed to do. The woman always know what she's not supposed to do, but Satan comes. Say, no, you're not gonna die. You're gonna be like the Most High. She said, oh, that's what I've been wanting to do. Because Adam was made in the image and likeness of the Creator, but I came out of Adam's rib. No, I want to be made in the image and likeness of the Creator. So if I eat from this tree, I could be like him. Oh, I'll have equality. No, I'll just say I want equality. Then I'll overthrow the Most High. Like I intend to overthrow the man. Because when I get equality, once I get equality, I'm going to say, yo, you're a misogynist. So your own men will go against you. And then we can sit back and watch you destroy yourselves. That's Eve. Short for evil. Evil. Eve. Hawa. Go ahead, read on.
For Supreme Elohim doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as Elohims, knowing good and evil. And when the woman
Stop for a second. Stop for a second. So prior to this woman doing this, do you comprehend that we was designed to live forever? We already had immortality. No, none of us would have died. We was born to live forever. We was born not to know anything about evil. The Most High planted it there. He said, I'm the Creator. I give you everything that you want, but don't you touch this. This is off limits. Because if you touch this, you're going to find out something that you didn't want. The man didn't want to touch it. He said, oh, no, I'm content. I'm like the Most High. I'm good. But what did Eve, what did Howard do? She went and she ate. And she gave it to her husband. And he did eat. Read, Ken.
Come. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes.
That it was pleasant. Hold on. That it was pleasant to the eye. Oh, like Remy. Oh, he work out. Oh, Remy, you got on Gucci, baby? Sure, I'm gonna talk to him. Tazadaq, he's at work. Hey, Rem, what's going on? I like Rem. Why? It was pleasant to the eye. She wants some of that. She want a Gucci purse. Like Remy got on those Gucci sneakers. So she think Remy's gonna get it for her. Because it was pleasant to the eye. It's pleasant to, I bet you walking down the street. You know what I mean? In Midtown Manhattan. You walk by the Louis Vuitton store. Jadir's walking with his woman on his arm. She said, oh, Jadir, baby, I want that. Jadir better say, you don't want a damn thing. Bring your ass on. Stand these scriptures. You understand what I'm saying? She calls the man to yield, and she'll act. When she wants to get something, that proves that a woman knows how to act, because she'll treat you real nice and treat you very royal until you get it for her. That proves that she knows how to act, because she knew how to treat in the beginning to win her. See, in the beginning, if she was doing the things that she was doing, you would have never chose her. That's why the dodo gets married to him, because they treat him real nice. She knows how to act, because proof of that is how she behaved in the beginning to win you over. She wanted you to choose her over the other women. And then once you marry her, when she's okay, you put that damn ring on her finger like you're a Roman, and you start taking her out to all of these damn places, acting romantic like you from Rome, and you a damn Israelite, she knows she had you. She had you out of your culture, because you're trying to rhyme when you try to wine and dine her. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not Nothing wrong with taking your woman out, but make her pay sometime. You understand? You don't pay everything. That's what a simp does. And if you take her out, she better be giving up. You know what I mean? It's quid pro quo. You go out and you spend $100, $200 on a woman, you better be smashing that night, or you a simp.
Con,
You heard it from the Khan.
con.
It's quid pro quo. Something for something. Otherwise, you getting had. I'm giving you the game, David. Go ahead, King.
Gone. And the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto
So now she gave it to Adam. She gave it. That's the fool, and that's what she does to you. See, I'm gonna tell you something, man, about women, man. A woman will look at a situation, right? She assess that situation, and she say, "Oh, I like Tazadaq. I don't like this. I could change it. I could change it. I understand he's into polygamy, but I'll get in there. I'll put this box on him, and I'll rock his world, and he's gonna want to be with just me." No, you must be talking about that Tazadaq, the other Tazadaq, because that doesn't work with me. You might be talking to Benaiah. You might be able to change this mind. Talking to Nefertari, David is the one that you're really talking about, because that doesn't fly with me. You can't change me. See, I'm a real man. But a lot of these Eves, they come in and they have an ulterior motive. They come in, they know what they're going into, but then when they get in, they try and change you. She might used to cook, clean, iron, or steam your clothes. But you get her pregnant, or you marry her. That's your used to be good girl. That's your used to good wife. Because now she switch it up on you. You come home one day, Yasha being come home from work. Just install trampoline on the box in 90 minutes. Take you 3.5 hours. Already had just put in 5 rooms of floors. Come in tired. He sit down on the sofa. She greeting him at the door. I'm not saying this is what's going on Yasha Beam's home. I'm just using this as a catalyst. Might be Nefertari. Can't use David. He's a bachelor. You understand what I'm talking about? Might be Yusef Fahim. He come home, had a hard day's work. She should be greeting him at the doors. "Oh, baby, how was your day?" She's supposed to be greeting him with a kiss. And if he, if the man's out working in this world, he might be a little uptight. He would say, "Oh, it's rough." He needs time to cool down. See, you're not a good psychologist. You got to find out what's on his screen. You thinking about sex. You've been home all day. You thinking about taking a ride. You know what I mean? Buffing the hood and all of that. The man is tired. So when he said, "Oh, it's rough," he said that you get a damn attitude. You're not a good psychologist. You don't know how to keep your husband, so you're gonna lose him to the street or the next one, right? But you used to treat him real nice when you was trying to win him over. When he came home, greet him with a kiss, a hug. "Oh, can I get you something? Can I get you something?" He said, "Oh, yeah. 2 years later, anniversary's over. She starts leaving things all around the house. "Oh, I get to it." He said, "Baby, can you get that up?" He starts, Benai, he starts sounding more like Mickey Mouse. "Baby, can you get that up?" He used to have voice like General Yasha. He was like General Yasha Beam. Then he starts sounding more like Mike Tyson. "Can you get that up?" And start looking more like Goofy. And she give him that look. Get it yourself. That's how you know it's over there, man. And you know what happened? when she buffed his hood and when she made him nut. And he said, oh! That was it. That was it. She knows she had, I got this nigga now. She knew she had him then, man. Then she started acting different from that moment on. But some of them are too slick. She said, then she'll go.
Con.
She'll go and talk to a girl. She said, girl, last night I put it on. I ain't asked now. And she start acting different. And so, see, many of you men don't believe women talk like this, but I'm telling you, man, I know women. I've been with I know women better than they know themselves, man, because I've been with so many, and I studied them when I was with them. I wasn't just with them. You understand? Women literally do this, man. And if you don't listen to your brother, the Kahan, you're going to suffer a negative fate. Because women do this, man. She said, oh, girl, I got him now. And she still, you told her to pick something up. 2 years ago, she would have done it. You know what I mean? She was acting like a little puppy dog. And you was happy. Everything was good. But in her heart, she's thinking like Eve. I want to become like the Most High. She said, get it yourself. I'm going to get a job. I don't want to be a housewife anymore. She wrecks the whole family plan. She talked to her girls. Now she want to get a job. Now you all got to get a babysitter. Everything's just topsy-turvy. She just messed up, destroyed the whole family. And then when you don't want her to do it, you say, baby, I don't think that's a good idea. She said, well, you ain't making enough. You can't get me the things that I want. Stop trying to control me. And then, as a last resort, you go and get Kahan Tazadaq's book, A Spokesman for Men. But by the time you read it, she's already gone. You come home one day, and when you open the door, you see roses on the floor all the way up the stairwell. And when you open up the bedroom door, you say, David. And that's the wildest thing that you could say, because what you caught her doing. The only thing you could say was David. Real talk.
Damn.
And you know what, David? She was trapped in the closet. David, you've been Naya, you've been out working, you just set up a work, and you come home, these roses are all on the stairwell and everything, and you see some patched blue ribbon and Budweiser on the table downstairs, and you know your wife don't drink.
Uh-oh.
You say, oh, damn. And you go upstairs, and you see an airline from Pennsylvania.
Uh-oh.
And the name on the air ticket said David.
Woo! Busted.
He's trapped in the closet. Never told David Davis had him in the closet. But Naya, come bring your ass on out there. He got his gun for Naya and got his burner. And David come out of the closet and said, calm down. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes down. Calm down. And he still talking that crazy stuff that he taught, man. I just unload the whole clip on it. And that's when David Davis' last words was Eloy. Not my because Benaiah took his life. Then he took it. That's called a crime of passion. That's a crime of passion. Now, y'all keep thinking that don't happen. Man. It happens. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, David in here blowing his wife out. Of all the men that she could get, she got David. He's talking that suave, smooth stuff.
That's a damn shame.
You see how David be moving when we doing the feast days? David be talking to all the. He told me out of his. I don't know, they just like me. They just love me. That's David supposed to a man's wife like that. He said, "Oh yeah, okay, Kahan. I can't make it up, David. I'm not lying.
Come on.
Yep.
I had to call him on it, man. His last words was Eloy. That must have happened to me. When Benon unload the goddamn clip on him and send him off to that black cat, man. That last rod in that black cat. Ain't nobody saying, "Oh man, on that one," but it happens all the time.
Goodness. Could
See
just
this.
imagine that.
Can you imagine coming home, man, and David Davis in your closet? And you see the boxes on the floor. Calm down, calm down.
I'm just imagining that. Calm down. Calm down.
Forget that.
And you ask him what happened. He said, "Wow, this is what happened. This is what you do. This is what you do. You shoot. You let me go."
Now, young one.
Yeah, that's probably what he would say. Now, calm down, young one. If you were speaking right, I wouldn't be here. He's still talking about Job's children, man, like he did last night.
David. Damn. Damn.
I'm telling you, man, some women would do that, man. They go and get the oddest man. You know what I mean? You said, damn, you would have got him. Damn, at least you should have got somebody that was fly. She gonna get him. She messed around with the damn mailman, and the mailman got a gut. That damn spirit just jumped on her. You know what I mean? A demon just jumped on her. And she said, oh, what the hell have I done? How many YouTube videos have you seen when a man caught a woman red-handed? He said, oh, baby, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Man, they out there.
Come on.
Either she said she didn't mean it, or she'll get mad and upset at him and start throwing a tantrum. She got caught.
So Eve betrayed the Most High and Adam when she listened to the serpent. And Adam betrayed the Most High when he listened to the woman whom he was supposed to be in charge of. See, a lot of you women, you don't want no man in charge of you, but you're prone to what happened to Eve, your foremother. Many women today are like that. They go against the order of the husband and they do what they want. Someone get, what is it, Jeremiah 44:16. See, that was saying that in the time of Jeremiah. You tell your wife to, you don't tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. Well, guess what, Eve? They were saying the same thing in the time of Jeremiah, and those women were put to death, man. Jeremiah 44:16.
It's one of my favorite scriptures right here. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah, chapter 44, verse 16. As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us, in the name of Yahweh.
So they knew that Jeremiah was coming from the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. They said, the word that you speaking to us through the spirit, to the Ruach HaKadosh, read.
We will not hearken unto thee.
We're not listening to that. Tell me they don't tell us to. They listen to us all the time. Are they doing it? No. They do what they want to do.
Yep.
They pick up and they do what they want to do. They don't listen. But there's judgment coming from that. Every single one of you, man, you get into an altercation with your wife. She's not supposed to be talking back. She's supposed to be quiet. That spirit is not in this earth, man. That's why Solomon said, who can find a virtuous woman? Who? You think you got one, man. But then you realize you just got a regular cracker. When you're hungry, you haven't eaten in a long time, Nefertali, and you eat a cracker, you eat a rich cracker. Oh, damn, that's the best damn cracker I tasted in my life. Then you a couple of days later, you eat and you go back to that cracker. You say, damn, this is just a regular cracker. So you thought you had a special woman until she was tested.
That's right.
Then she shamed you to your face.
Blinded by the BS.
Go ahead, Benai, finish that thing out.
Verse 17. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth.
See that? That's That's synonymous to saying, I will do what I want to do. You don't tell me what to do. I do what I want to do. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm a grown ass woman. Then you're not supposed to be married then. Because your husband is your covering, not your damn daughter. You listen to your daughter. You listen to your mom. You listen to all of these other things besides what the Most High ordered you to, because you're a demon and you're going to be judged for that. Every single woman in the sound of my voice that don't listen, you're going to judge. You're going to be judged because you can't say you didn't hear it. You're hearing the message now. Can't say you didn't know.
Yep.
And many women today are like that. They go against their husbands and they do what they want. But this is also rebellion against the Most High. Women talk back. Women file for divorce. Women take the children away. The husband can't see the children. Turn the children against the fathers, etc., etc. But what are they supposed to do? Let's get Ephesians 5:22 through 24. Let's see what women are supposed to do. Your husband is your covering, not no other man. You don't go and take counsel from some other assembly, some other camp, some pastor, some preacher. You take counsel from your husband through the spirit of the Most High and his son. Marty Mark, some preacher, take counsel from your husband through the spirit. Marty Mark, your background noise.
A lot of the time, it is those outside
Shalom,
influences.
brothers. All right, I got you. Hold on.
Go ahead,
Shalom. I just was gonna say, a lot of the time, it's always those outside influences that get to Eve, that get to your woman, because she'll be fine and dandy, submissive as all, in front of you in the confines of your home. But as soon as she goes out and talks to her mother or her sister, gets in her ear and saying doing this and that, she just comes home and it's just, you got hell to pay. You got hell to pay.
Just put a spirit on it, man.
Come on.
Shall I proceed and read?
Okay.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, subject yourselves to your own husband as to the master, because the husband is head of the Asha, the woman, as also the Mashiach is head of the assembly, and he is the deliverer of the body.
So to those that don't know the word that the brother just used, Asha, some of you might pronounce it Isha, depending on where you're from. That word means either woman or wife. It's synonymous to woman and wife.
Did it freeze?
Yeah, I was trying to see if it was me, but I don't hear him either.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Like you were saying, the Aisha or Isha, that is synonymous with woman or wife. But a lot of women nowadays, they don't they don't attest to that divine order. Not at all. I've experienced something like that, and I didn't even know what I was going through. I wasn't in the scriptures at the time, but got in a pretty big argument with with my ex at the beginning of our marriage, based off of how I was reading the Bible. So it was a pretty big argument. We were there together all day. We made up. This woman goes to work, come back, talking about something. When I say made up, we done talked about it, made love on it, so to speak, ate together. She went to work. I don't think this was one of my days to go to work. She came back, said she wanted to move out. That same exact spirit. Letting other influences get to you.
Connection went out again. So did the brother finish that out?
Con.
Ephesians 5:22 through 24.
Yep, he did.
All right. So from there, let's get Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, and the Apocrypha 25 and 24. See, despite this, listen, sisters, women, wives, despite how intelligent women think they are, I made your husband your covering, your head. And when you are not under his protection, you are prone to sin and prone to do wrong. See, a lot of women think that they can make it without your husband, but you can't. In Esau's world, you can, but you can't make it into Shemayim without your husband. When Eve, and I could prove it, when Eve left her husband's protection, she brought sin into the world. That's when sin came into the world, when she left her husband's protection. Sirach 25 and 24.
Book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Christian churches won't say this. They say Adam and Eve sinned. Did Adam sin? David? Did Adam sin? Any of the brothers on the panel, did Adam sin? Did Adam transgress the Most High? Any of the brothers on the panel?
Well,
No, he didn't. But now he's the only one that responded. Let's get 1 Timothy 2, 13 through 15. We'll see that transgress. It's the woman that was in transgression. What is transgression? Transgression is sin, which means to break the law.
Gone. Book of 1 Timothy.
The very entity that the Most High gave to him to be a helpmeet betrayed him from the start. The woman betrayed Adam from the start and the Creator.
Gone. Book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verses 13 through 15. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in the transgression.
So it was a woman that broke the law. Read on.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity, meaning love, and holiness with sobriety.
With a clear mind. So, I don't know about you, Nefertali, but what I get from the scriptures is that in order for a woman to get into the kingdom, her salvation, one of the criteria for her to be saved is to bear children.
That's right.
She shall be saved in childbearing. And there's a big
Dang.
if there. If they continue in faith. If they continue in faith and love and holiness, mean to be set apart. You can't be like the other women. And holiness mean to be set apart with sobriety with a clear mind. And most women don't have that. Your husband got to give that to you. And he has to have a clear mind to be able to give that to you. See, it was a woman that transgressed the law. Pastors won't teach this because they worry that women won't attend their assemblies. But we must teach what is written, not heave up to itching ears. See, a husband being a woman's covering is a protector. He's a protector of his wife. Silly women don't comprehend this. So they destroy their own homes, lock themselves off into a room, create chaos. You purposely turn the man against you by listening to your mom, your daughter, your son, outside influences. And then you expect that you want to acknowledge your wrongs. Well, you kick me out. Man, to hell with a woman like that, man. Like the Most High deal with her, man. Proverbs 14, verse 1. Marty Mark.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
See that? See, a foolish woman destroys our own house by doing foolish things. Then when she out there by herself, Marty, and she realized the grass is not green on the other side, she either ends up an old maid, miserable, and then she trained the younger women to be feminists because she learned to hate men because she messed up her opportunity. Then so you go into the hair salon, or you go into a barber shop where there's a hair salon on the other side, the most favorite subject is the no good man, the no good husband. Man, how men are, how awful men are.
Come.
And the owner of the salon is single with a Chihuahua or a Yorkshire Terrier that sleeps in bed with her at night. And she got a little bow on top of the head because she don't have a man. You know I can't make this up, man.
It
Got a
really is.
little Yorkie. You see the little Yorkie when they driving, they might be driving a nice car. She might even have a nice home sometime, but she go into that nice home by her damn self with a little Yorkshire Terrier or a little Chihuahua is barking out of the damn window when she rolling and you see a little dog right here on her arm looking out the window because she ain't got no man to hug her tight at night, and she's miserable as hell. And she go to these women group meetings to teach younger women how to hate men and how they could be successful without a man. Destroying children's lives. Oh, you don't need a man to raise a child, and the child grows up and don't know it's sex. Like the guys we've seen at the park earlier today, Yasha Bing, them little young boys is on fire, man. I said, yo, he got a feminist spin on him, man. He needs a man in his life. Had 2 earrings in his ear, Marty, and acting very flamboyant. He said, Tazadaq, what's wrong with that? Every damn day, according to the words of the Most High.
Come.
See, protection means that a husband makes sure his family has the livelihood to survive. He protects his wife by teaching her the law, and she teaches it to the children. He looks out for her and makes sure she does not walk around in dangerous traps set up by the. He teaches her you're not supposed to be out into the night by yourself. But unfortunately, modern women rebel. They talk back to their husbands and they follow the ways of the world. Book of Proverbs 21:9. It's a loud woman. She's clamorous. She talks back. She'll get in your face, Nefertali. She'll get this close to you.
Oh yeah.
Knowing that you could whip her damn ass.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what she's trying to incite you to do. She's in your face. Lane right now. Danger zone. Uh-oh. And the man, if he don't control himself, he'll hit her with one punch and knock her ass out. But then she knows that his whole life will go down the drain. And she'll do it. She'll call the cops and she'll be sorry later because it ruins her damn life. And if she got a grandma, someone that knows better, you can't go to a mom. She'll say, girl, you done the right damn thing. Now you go and take that house and you get another man. You don't need him. But if she has a great grandma, the grandma will say, well, you shouldn't have done that. You just messed up your life and his. Now you're gonna
That's
suffer.
right.
But her mom was a daughter of adultery, and that's why she was raised like that. And the father wasn't in the home. Otherwise, she would have known how to treat a man, and she would have known that she's supposed to stay in her damn lane and never be in a man's face like that, because you're in a danger zone. Because if another man is in another man's face like that, war is going to occur. Swinging is going to begin.
That's right. His own.
That's the nature of a man right there. And she knows that. So she's doing that to incite him to do it. That's a clamorous woman right there. She's loud. Someone get that precept, man. Proverbs 21:9. Salaki 21:19. Proverbs 21, verse 19. Did I blank out again?
Nah. I was giving the bros an opportunity.
Just
You got it, JD?
oh yeah. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a combative and vexed woman.
Huh. His Bible read a little different, man. He must have the suffer son.
Now I'm reading
Glamorous.
the Natsurim version.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's a good one too. I got that one also.
Yeah, Pete.
Yeah.
Shall I continue?
So it is better to dwell in the corner or a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. What does he mean by that? Don't you know Nefertali? Sometimes you tell a woman, hey, can you be quiet? And she'll follow you through the damn house. And
That's right.
You want to turn around. The Most High have to give you the control to not turn around and smack her.
Wake her up. Yep.
Knock that damn demon out of her because she knows she. But this is what the world has done. Proverbs 9:13. Watch this. Watch this. Proverbs 9:13. She's clamorous. She's very loud. She's in your face screaming. You better not hit me. I want you to hit me. She's so close to you, Nefertali. She's this close and spit is coming out of her mouth on your face.
And hitting you. Yep. Been there.
She's taking her index finger and she's tapping you on the forehead.
Oh, that's a no-go.
Oh yeah, trying to incite a riot.
Some of you know what I'm saying. It's true, man. You go through it all the time. And I know you're going through it because you start to look more like Goofy. And when she said it, okay. Nah, man.
Not Marty Moore. I said, get your ass in here and shut up. Get your wicked ass in the damn house.
Come on, man. And what happened to Yusef? He fell out? Yeah, I guess so, man.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 9, and verse 14. For she sitteth.
No.
Verse 13. 13. Come. Book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
Now let's look at that word clamorous, Nefertali. The definition. Clamorous is an adjective. It's making a mark by a loud outcry.
Wow.
Demanding. Speaking and repeating loud words full of clamor. Calling or demanding loudly or urgently.
Wow.
Vicious. Noisy. Brawling. Loud. Turbulent. She's clamorous. See that? See, if we're with wives, man, we must get them to obey or put them away. Sirach 25 and 26. Ecclesiastic is in the Apocrypha. Chapter 25, verse 26. If they don't obey, no matter what she say, you got to tell her, listen, get out of my house. Get out of my house. Well, why? I don't give a damn. You're like Hagar to me right now. See, you men got to get out of your emotions, man. This is what a real man does, man. Otherwise, you're never going to have peace in your house, man. And she's going to destroy that house. You can come back if you don't commit adultery and you come back in submission like the damn prodigal son. Father, Father, forgive me, for I have sinned and I'm not worthy to be called your son. Forgive me, I have sinned. I'm not worthy to be called your wife. Watch this. Watch what the scriptures say. Sirach 25. They say, oh man, Tazadaq, he preaching that hype today. I can't listen to him. You know how many people tell he said, Cody was telling me, he told people, you're going to listen to Tazadaq. He said, they said, listen, man, I can't listen to that guy. You're not moving in the spirit.
That's what they tell me. I done told many people to come on the channel, Bible studies, or just, deprogram Enlighten, or just go look them up. They said, yeah, I don't know. I can't listen to that guy. Yeah, I'm not with all that.
He's delivering.
Yeah, he's mean. He's mean.
Come.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
They just don't know.
Are you listening to what he's saying? I don't know. I don't know.
They ain't broken yet. They get broken.
They're used to that docile spirit. They're used to that Joel Osteen. Now, you tell them Joel, they say, that's the one. You tell them to go listen to I wanted to share with you today. Praise God. Praise the Lord. They listen to that nonsense.
Yeah, man.
That all day long. So they could go off and do what they want to do. And he's teaching them one commandment. He's not teaching them anything about salvation. He'll take one precept and talk about it the entire sermon. And he said what they have with them itching ears, and they're content. Then they go back out and do whatever they want until next Sunday. Hell, some of them Sunday morning, they just coming from the club.
Yep.
Some of them wear a suit to the club so they could go straight to church with the smell of marijuana and everything on it.
Right.
Some of the women still got some Negro sperm up in her. If she
Wow.
has sex in the car.
Come
And go to church and ask the Most High for forgiveness. You's a hoe. And she married. She go to church crying to them. I think she could pull that nonsense with them. I didn't mean it. Until next time. She didn't mean it until next time or until she gets caught.
Yep.
Sure watch over a shameless daughter. Sirach 25 and 26.
This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 26. If she go not as you would have her, cut her off from your flesh, and give her a sefer of divorce, and let her go.
So what does that mean, folks? I think it's pretty. Can someone explain that? That's pretty crystal clear, isn't it? If the woman is not listening to her husband, that's a reason to divorce her. If she's not going to allow you to be her covering, the Most High said to cut her off and let her go by that bill of divorce. And guess what? According to what is written, she can't take another husband. If she does, she's an adulteress. If she takes another husband while you're alive. And that doesn't mean her get married. That means her allowing another man to penetrate her, or she going and slobbing on another man's knob.
Woo, bring it out. Bring it out.
That part. And I can prove it. Someone get Romans 7, verse 2. And someone get 1 Corinthians 7 and 39. But she'll do it. Do it. You're going to die, Negro, die. Because you heard the word right here today.
Come. Book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 2. For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth.
See that?
But if
hold on. Because Eve pretends she don't get this, right? So what it's saying, sisters, is that in this society, you could divorce her. You could divorce him all you want to. It's not in accordance with the law. And next, you're going to have to decide if you want to serve the Most High or government ordinance department. Which God do you serve? Or are you going to serve Yahuwah? Or are you going to serve government ordinance department? Which one are you serving? You see? You have to decide. Now, if you go and you divorce him, if you're worldly, you're going to divorce him. The Bible is saying you can't be with another man until he's dead. You see that?
on.
And you know what one woman told me? She came over. She trying to come from another camp. She said, hey, Khan, can you help me with this? Because I don't think the Most High don't want me to ever be with another husband. I said, that's exactly what he don't want.
Con.
She said, woo, woo. I didn't know you was like this. Woo. I said, that's exactly what you don't want. I said, you had sex with that man, you all broke up? She said, yeah, but I don't think he want me to be with another man for the rest of my life. You should have thought about that before you spread your quiver. That's exactly what it said. You don't
That's
need
right.
no interpretation right there. And I took her to these two scriptures. She said, oh, what about Deuteronomy 24? I said, because they found somebody. Both of the men did. The other one wasn't supposed to take in the first place because the first husband found some uncleanness in her. That means she hot, broken. First Corinthians 7:39. Wow.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 39.
David D.
The woman is bound by that. The Sefer says mitzvah. The
Lord.
woman, con. In the little subscript, it says a commandment, law, ordinance. The woman is bound by the law as long as her man lives. But if her man be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in Yahweh.
And so whoever she remarries, when it says only in Yahweh, that means that man has to be a believer in the Most High. You understand?
King.
That's what that means. You can't just go and get some worldly Negro, man. That's what that means. If not, you're condemned. If you don't do it this way, you're condemned. Because adultery, you won't enter the kingdom of the Most High, as it says in 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter. See, the scriptures tells us that leaders will be judged more harshly before the Most High, and that includes husbands and their roles as a covering. This is why it's important for men to make sure that they're controlling their household. And that includes husbands.
That's right.
Because leaders are going to be judged more harshly. Husband has a role as a protector and responsible for his wife's soul. She doesn't get that. The husband's responsible for her soul because he's supposed to be her teacher. But when she rebels to his rule, she's like a witch.
Yep.
She's like a witch. Someone get Hebrew 13, verse 17, and someone get 1 Samuel 15, 23. She's like a witch. And I know this sounds harsh, sister, but it's the Bible.
That's right.
It's not tough.
I got that 1 Samuel.
Bring it up. Someone get Hebrews 13 and 17.
Come on.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is an iniquity, is as iniquity and idolatry.
That's heavy, man. So it's saying when you rebel, women, it's like you're a witch. It's like the sin of witchcraft. The book of Exodus said, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. That's why they was killing in Salem. They was enforcing the law. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Of course, Esau got out of control with it. Everybody became a witch to Esau.
Yep.
That's right. Cats and dogs.
Man. Oh, she's a witch. Woman don't even know what the hell she's talking about. Now, her life's on the line. Esau, everybody becoming a witch. And Satan. Okay.
Come on, the book of
A movie that looked like Nicholas Careful. I said, oh, hell. I know he gonna kill that woman.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Obey them that have rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls,
You hear that,
as
woman?
they must.
Now, hold on. You hear that, wives? Obey them that have rule over you, your husband, and submit yourself to them. For they watch your souls, nefesh. Read on.
As they must give an account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you.
So your husband's gonna have to give an account to the Most High of your behavior. Who you think they're giving the account to? They're giving it to the Most High for your behavior. Your husband's watch. How you gonna watch over her soul? She's not there, John Yashabi. How you gonna watch over the soul? She's over her mom's. Her mom's putting demon. Oh, you need to do this. Go do that. Most High's gonna deal with you, man. Don't mess with the Most High's anointed. The Most High will deal with you. All of you that mess with it and think it's a game. Better remember that precept, Hebrews 13 and 17.
Yeah, he's right about that.
See, when a husband is not covering his wife, David, because she get mad and leave or do things that make her husband want to put her away. See, some women, Marty, they will do things because they know you're not going to tolerate it. So when you put them away, they're trying to blame you. It was you that told me to leave. Yeah, because you was acting like a damn demon. Get this stepping. He put her away because she's not obeying him, as we read. She's not doing right by him. She goes out, commit adultery, verbally abusive, clamorous, mentally abusive. You ain't no man. Denying the man sex. And he's sitting there like a fool, watching porn. She won't give him sex. Go on and get another wife that will. You understand? That's why it's good to have more than one. She get a damn attitude, go and get the other one. Get an attitude, well, might want to consider Isaiah 4, verse 1 at that time. It's getting out of control. They forming a confederate against me. I think it's time to put Isaiah 4, verse 1 in effect. When you go and get wives, make all of them bad. You know what I mean? Bad meaning good, though, of course.
Absolutely.
Don't go out and get no precious, man. What the hell's wrong with you, up?
No shenanes.
You're going to get a precious. Because you went out, your one wife pissed you off. You went out, you got drunk, you hanging out with David, and David hooked you up with a precious. Then the next damn morning, you woke up in the bed, and you got this damn 400-pound woman in the bed with you, and you say, David, can we have sex? You married for life. Is that good, baby? With a smile. Service with a smile. And you say, damn, David. And you call David and curse him out, man. And he said, now calm down. Calm down. David, tell you calm down, young one. It wasn't my fault. I was just doing what you asked for. You said you wanted to meet a woman, so I gave you one. You didn't tell me what size. Calm. And so when you disobey your husband, says, the Most High don't hear your prayers. Yachanan 9 and 31. Juan 9 and 31. The Most High don't hear the prayers of someone that's sinning. And when you disobey your husband, you're sinning. That's sin. You was told from the beginning to obey your husband in Genesis 3 and 16.
Book of Yachanan, John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that Supreme Elohim heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of Supreme Elohim and doth his will, him he heareth. Did he freeze up again?
On.
Oh, okay. Con, this is, hey, we hear it right here, folks. Hear it right here. And it's in, for you Christians out there, it's in your so-called New Testaments. Now we know that the Supreme Allaham, God, heareth not sinners. But if you're a worshiper, which means you doing and you listening and you speaking like you speaks, those are the ones whose prayers are being heard and answered. So if you know you sinning and you praying and things are happening for you, I'm gonna let you know that's not the Most High blessing you with that. What was that, Elder? Khan. Yeah, Khan will be back on in a minute.
You're speaking the truth. I said, that's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I mean, hey, you women out there, y'all might want to get your life together sooner than later. Sooner than later.
Little demons.
You know, and all you men out there that you know, that basically give your woman her way, just know in the back of your mind that she's not fully respecting you when you always giving her way. That's not how they're made. They got two X chromosomes. A man have an X and a Y. We have everything they have, and they're missing something that we have, and it's just part of it. This is divine order. Down to the so-called science and the biology of the thing. You know, we're bringing out these scriptures. We're dealing with the spiritual matters. Spiritual matters. How many of you guys here on the panel know of any success stories of an old hoe? I know none. Every single one of them have regret.
That's right. I agree with you, brother.
Yep.
You talk about an adulteresses. You can talk about even prostitutes. You can even talk about those who call themselves bosses in corporate America who focus on their career. There's nothing wrong with building you some security, but I know the Most High got somebody for you. You know, do what you need to do. You know, if you're in a relationship, you know, with the man, he's your head. He'll work that thing out for you. You know, if he's in them scriptures. So you might want to, you know, watch who you attach yourself to, because it's going to be hard for you to go back on that thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, we're looking at it, you know, modern day, man. Modern day, we can see it how sons and daughters out of control, gang violence and stuff is up. That's a result of the house not being in order. The system perpetuates and promotes that.
Hey, how come you guys got so quiet, man?
Oh, no, I was just talking. I saw you was coming on, so kind of calmed it down. But yeah, so I was just saying.
The transition back inside, man. My internet kept going out over there.
Yeah, I was telling them, Kahana, I don't know no success stories of any kind of like old hoes or so-called bosses that are females. They always have regret that they wish they would have had children early. That's what the scriptures say.
Gang.
Have them early, but not with, you know, 3 or 4 different baby fathers or baby daddies.
Facts.
So if you know you sinning, go back to the previous, you know you sinning, and things are happening for you, or so you think, that ain't the Most High blessing you. That's the blessing of Hashaitan, keep you in that same ignorant mind state. So all the women out there who are disobedient to their husbands, don't keep house, you know, have an attitude, talk back, and You blaspheme the word of the Most High. He ain't hearing your prayers. Not even a little bit.
Peter.
Not even a little bit. But you don't have to be ignorant your whole life. Sisters. And also you brothers that don't take charge over your household is, allowing yourself to be led by the woman and you always giving her way.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Because
it's like, where's Miss Divinely Purple from? Obviously, she's been affiliated with some camp because she's using words like Salakia. And she seems to be in agreement. Which is odd.
yeah, I don't know what she was asking for forgiveness for. Because she was agreeing with you.
Nice to see Danielle in here, man.
God.
Go on.
Yeah, that's a couple of messages in a row.
Con, I saw that too.
Mr. Vonley, Purple, are you with some assembly or camp? What's your organization? You probably should connect with some of these sisters here. Because you seem to be in compliance with what's going out today through the water, which is a good thing. Most Eves don't agree to this.
God, I even touched on a little bit, it's at a biological level, man. The woman is made to be attached to the man. We have something that they don't have.
Come.
And if any woman was to come on this panel to come, open it up, we can walk you through on the type of man that you really want and that you would really submit to. Don't no woman really wants to submit to a soft-spoken man.
Right.
Meat is not weak. A man has a strong voice. It doesn't necessarily have to be loud, but it's very, very decisive, direct, as the scripture reads, like a multitude of waters. There's like a baritone type ring to that thing. It's a command presence.
What's the scripture say? Lift up your voice.
Yes,
Lift up
spare
your voice.
not.
Come on.
Yep, spare not. Blow the trumpet. Con, I see you, Mr. Divinely Purple. Yeah, it's so good when Kahai opens up the platform. Please do come on and provide your perspective on the message. Maybe you might be able to, speak some sense into some of these sisters. Because even those that so-called call themselves part of the, true disciples of Christ, it don't seem like it's there.
If you running their ass over here, y'all should be when the Most High get on their ass.
Yeah. And I, you know what? And I use myself as an example. I don't get everything right, but I'm, as far as obedience, I'm pretty dang on close. I don't like making up excuses. Shoot, we've been on here at times 2, 3, 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And dang on, I get right on up here. After having, a long day, after dealing with trees falling on the houses, folks dying and passing away, this truth takes precedence. The truth does take precedence. And if you don't want it more than anything else, you're going to continue to come up with an excuse about
There's an echo
why.
chamber for someone.
Yeah, that's Elder David.
What's up with David, man? Echo chamber.
Yeah, if you're on the StreamYard, Elder David, you don't have to have YouTube playing in the background. You just mute it on whatever device you have it on.
Shalaki.
Yeah, man. But see, yeah. So yeah, Mr. Volley Purple said it's difficult. You're absolutely right. It's difficult to talk to a younger generation, but that's what those of us that are elder, that's what we're supposed to do, to bring them up and lead them and guide them appropriately. You know. But yeah, man, this is not a game. If you don't want this truth more than anything else, it doesn't matter. Even when you know, had a little baby girl, shoot, I was in the hospital on my dang on device. Man, I was in the background, man, working it out.
Right, every day.
You know what I mean? So there's no break from this. Take a break from life, you're gonna end up on the side of the road or under a bridge somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because no one knows the day or the hour. You have to want this. And even if we go from a very intelligent perspective, dang on Moray Ali. I mean, you know, you see how they got a lot of brothers in the in the system. Most of these broken homes.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah, man, it's mostly broken homes. So it starts right here when things just like this, and setting up the current people and those who are coming right after them or right after us, so that way we don't perpetuate the curse. But you have to want it,
Some
sisters.
don't believe in anything, man. See, they'll run over here when things get bad, like we were talking about last night. See, they really don't believe. That just shows you they really, really don't believe, brother, because they want to keep on doing. They know if they read the Book of Life, they know what's in it, man. They don't want to. They don't want to know because they want to keep doing the same wicked shit they doing, man. You know, but when we were talking about getting understanding, or you can't put your own perspective on what's required. It ain't
They're gonna pay for it, Marty.
Dang, Marty just fell out.
Yeah, I guess so. It's connection. All right.
Now, I was gonna say one more thing. If you women feel like your head isn't doing the job that he should be doing, that is your fault for choosing that head when you lay down with them.
Well,
So you need to, you really need to dang on still be in submission. Use your meek and your soft spokenness to respectfully make requests of that so-called head or man that you feel like isn't understanding you or hearing you, and do what you need to do, because you can win them over, man. A woman can win a man over if she is in the right spirit. That's the natural state of the woman. Being in submission to the man, you can win that man over. You just misusing it to manipulate and do things outside the Most High's word, and that's where you're jacking yourself up at. Women use men to get cars, handbags, you know what I'm saying, getting rent paid for a meal, a free meal. How many women out there are utilizing or manipulating a so-called man to boost him up? To make him be more productive. There's a way you can do that. I know it is. It's in you. It's written.
All right. So when a husband is not covering his wife because she gets mad, she'll do things to tick him off. See, sometimes women will do things that they know that will actually drive their husband to not want to be around them. She's doing that for a purpose. Some women are crafty like that. They'll do things to tick the man off, such as not obeying him, and so on and so forth. As we've read, then the man will want to be from around her. He'd tell her, one of us got to go. And so the wife's prayers, as we read in Yakanan 9 and 31, is no longer hindered when she starts breaking the law and not listening. And I'm not talking about a wicked man. I'm talking about a righteous man, a righteous husband. It can't be no world. I'm talking about a man of the Most High. I'm not talking about some everyday run-of-the-mill job, right? So if a woman knows that she will not be able to live up to what it means to be submissive, she should not marry. And guess what? If you don't marry, you're not going to be saved, because part of your salvation is marriage and bearing children. Let's go back to that 1 Timothy and let's get 2 verse 11. 2 verse 11 through 15. And you'll see through these precepts that she shall be saved in childbearing. And in order for a woman to bear a child, she has to have a husband. Is that not right, Nefertali? She's supposed to be married.
Absolutely, she's supposed to be married, and it takes a man to do that. She has to have a husband.
Come on, the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 11 through 15. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. Verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. 15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
So again, a woman who knows she won't be able to submit to a man and honor him should not marry. And there's no place for her in the kingdom, man. Because the Most High gave us both an order to be fruitful and multiply. That don't mean get children, you be by yourself. See, the Most High's purpose for marriage is that our home be healthy and strong. It's not always perfect, but the Most High does require two people to be committed to his standards of union, not worldly standards of union. Let's get 1 Corinthians 11, verse 9. 1 Corinthians, because woman, you was created for the man. You need to keep that in mind. You was created for the man. This is going to hurt feminists. But, get over your hurt. Repentance.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 11. Chapter 11, verse 9. For man also was not created for the Asha, the woman, but the woman for the man.
See that? The woman was created for the man.
Oh.
From there, go to the 11th verse, brother.
Verse 11. However, man is not independent of woman, nor woman independent of man, in the master.
So that in the Most High, when a woman, did you get that, Nefertali? When a woman say, I don't need a man, she's blaspheming the Holy Spirit. Read that.
Yes, she is, Doc.
Read that again, John dear.
Verse 11, you said?
Mm-hmm.
However, man is not independent of woman, nor woman independent of man, in the master.
That part right there. In the Most High.
Wow.
That part right there.
Wow.
In the Most High. So when she say, "Oh, I don't need no man," you're not a witch and you're blaspheming.
Mm-hmm.
You're blaspheming the Holy Spirit. This is the way that the Most High made it. And for a man said, "Nah, man, I don't need no woman." You do.
Just as wrong.
The Most High made it that way. The Most High made. Let's be honest, fellas. And this is
So
why.
just wondering, Shalaki. So just wondering, what version of the Bible was he reading? Because that's
Doesn't
not
matter,
what mine
David.
says.
He said it earlier. The Basura.
Okay, thank you. Tuada.
Shalakia. It's a sister that I just invited her and her husband to the page, Kahan. Actually, she's on YouTube right now, listening to the brothers. So shout out to the sister Jay, in the laundromat. You know what I mean? You and your husband listen to this right now. It's the truth. Like I said before, she had a face mask on, and I was just being, you know, just being funny with it. I said, what is your faith in? Charlie 19er or the Most High? And she said, what kind of question is that? I said, I mean, genuine, answered it from the heart. She said, the Most High. I said, so why you running around here with a face mask on? So she was like, okay. I said, so listen to the Kahan, the priest, nah, I mean, the rest of my brothers, my family, nah, I mean, listen to some right knowledge and some truth. So Sister J, if you on here, peace and blessing to you and yours, and listen to this right knowledge. Shalaki. Salam.
Nana, come in the room. This is the same woman that said she bought a house. Don't block her. It's my channel. I should decide whether or not someone get blocked. See, that's the problem with Jake, man. They always want to block someone. Maybe she really won't understand it, man. Nano, come in the room. Whoever you are, man, female, click on the link and come in the room. You see the comment they put on the screen? They said, I have a serious question. Is it moral to drown babies?
Yeah, that sounds like that. Yeah, it needs some serious edification.
Then click on the link and come in the room. Otherwise, you are scoffing.
Right.
Once in a while, we'll catch a comment, but we're
Okay,
basically
you say that can't handle you. Click on the link and come in the room. Otherwise, we're going to block you.
Basically, we may catch a comment, but we're listening to the Kahan, so we can't read the comment. So when he puts the link in the room, click on the link and come in and say something.
That'd be too much like doing the right thing.
Okay, since this person is not coming in the room, then mail delivery system, and go ahead and block them. Because we don't have time for that. See that they're coming with that's coming right there. That's not your people, is it? Yusef, right? The one that says, I have a serious question. Is it immoral to drown babies? But they won't come on and talk about it. We don't need that kind of spirit. That right there is only folly. Because they won't come on the platform and talk about it like a man or a woman, right? So we don't need that around here. That's a bad vibration right there.
Shalaki, you said, Shalaki, you said that was a brother saying something reckless?
I don't know who it is, man, but they won't come in the room. But they're calling us cowards. But they're the one that won't come on the platform. Wow, man, people are so
this sister, I mean, she was inside the laundromat. And I was just, being supportive of the family, letting her know that she had that apparatus on her face. And I was just letting her know this, shooting the breeze, like, what's your faith in the Most High or that demonstration on your face? And she was like, what kind of question is that? I was like, now answer it from the heart. And she was like, the Most High. I said, well, say less. I said, well, click on to some truth. Check this out. You know what I mean? I said, you'll see me on there. I'm the lion face. You know what I mean? Yusef, you know what I mean? And the Quran, you'll see. I said, and just listen to the truth. So I don't think it was somebody coming with some negative vibration. I don't think that was her.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of spirit that is. Come out the blue and ask that question, and then call us cowards. But the link is right there to come in and ask your question.
There's certain things I won't even try to entertain through chat, man. And there's a reason they won't come on because they don't want to get edified. They don't want to get cut. That's why they won't come on. Oh, you're not ready for me. Whatever, just click on the link then. It's not about whether or not I'm ready for you. It's about the truth. Okay, so all of the women under our voice, if you're a single woman, if you're a woman with a child, you're a woman carrying a baby, and you have that mindset, you have that feminist mindset, because that's what it is. I don't need a man. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you what your pastor has never told you. I'm going to tell you what your congregation has never told you. You're going to have to get with a man, a righteous man, to make it into the kingdom. Now wear that. Try that on and wear that. You're going to have to, not according to me, but according to what's written. Now let's get the book of Yeshaya, Isaiah 32, verse 1. Watch this. I thought I just blocked this person. It's just a scoffer, man.
Weirdo.
Yeah. Got nothing better to do, man. Go and whack off the son. Write the Lord. So I can chop your head off during judgment. Go back to your pawns in that dark room. I'll see you on the battlefield. So we got that Yeshaya, Isaiah 32 and 1.
Con. Book of Yeshaya, Isaiah chapter 32, verse 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall reign in judgment.
So the king that shall reign in righteousness is Yahushua, Yahusha, right? And princes is going to be the righteous men that's actually been cleaned up, and they're going to reign in judgment. That means you're going to be judging the world. Do you not know that you should judge angels, man? You know.
Well.
And a man shall be as in hiding place.
Hold on, David, turn your YouTube down. How many years have we been telling him that? Your YouTube can't be on when you on here, King.
Con.
And a man shall be.
Who is that? They got the echo now. Still David. Mute your mic.
Yeah, it's him, man. What's up with you, man? Just turn your YouTube down, David.
Book of Yeshaya, chapter 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert.
Okay, so the wind that it's talking about is a destruction. The destruction that Hamashiach's going to bring. The wind is going to be thermonuclear destruction. So all you women that don't want to get on board, just like the enemy, you're going to be missile food. According to the Bible, you're going to maybe be missile food. That wind is like a tempest, like a storm, like a tornado, like a hurricane. And that's exactly what a nuclear destruction looks like. When a nuclear blast hits, there's a fierce wind that comes through and destroy all life within range. Okay, read.
And a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place.
So it's saying that a man is going to be like rivers of water in a desert, in a dry place. Can you imagine you walking through the desert for miles and miles, and then you see a river of water? That's a blessing, man. The only thing you're thinking of is water. That's what a man's going to be like in these last days. So you went, and it's talking about righteous men of the Most High. The Most High is anointed, not just any man. And so you women, you're going to have to get White, Manita, Bonham, all of them. Done. You're going to have to get with a righteous man. Can't make this up, and this requires no interpretation. You can read it for yourselves. A lot of women don't want to be under this order. You're going to either get with the program or you're missile food. I know you're not going to believe it until the end, because judgment's not coming to you right now. Go ahead, King.
As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
Mm-hmm. Jump down to the 9th verse. Because right now the woman is at ease, clean. She ruling over the man. You going, some George, you go to Eve's telling you what to do, and she coming with an attitude, man, your day is screwed. Your day is done. If you be a masculine man and you try and work under a woman, that's your boss. And you see, she detect that she's trying to break you down, man, make you effeminate. You trying to be like a George Bush, she turn you into a damn boy George. You understand? You're trying to be a leader like a George Bush, she trying to make you a boy George by going against the laws of the Most High. That's how this setup is ran, man.
Oh, wait.
It's right there in office right now, man. Sitting next to Joey. Look at they got adjacent to Sleeping Joe.
Yep.
This is being, so they at ease right now. They're at ease. Oh, you can't tell me what to do. I'll call 911. I literally seen Eve take a damn phone like this, clean. She told the dude, you said something else. She got her fingers like this, man. About to call 911 on the dude. I said, damn, I gotta go, man. Whoa. He said, what's wrong, man? I said, yo, man, I gotta go, man. I gotta go, man. Your rib is out of line. She said, you better talk to your friend. I said, yo, what you say, ho? And then the dude said, I call my wife no ho. I said, yo, she's a Jezebel, my dude. You better open your damn eyes, man. She's about to send you up the river and you trying to defend her?
Wow.
She's straight strong arming you right now.
He came at you? That's crazy.
Real life story, man. She handled him like that in front of his so-called friend. Wow, man.
Wow. Heck no. Book of Yeshaya, Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women.
So the Most High said their vintage is going to fail. All this, you see how they are clean now? They're wearing all this Gucci handbags, Louis, Chanel. Most High said your vintage is going to fail. This ease, where you're in charge of the men, that's coming to an end. Go ahead, read.
Ye vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
So you know how when a farmer goes out and he gathers all the crops, he goes and sells that produce, he brings in all of that money, the Most High said your gathering is not going to come. Esau is going to cut, Nicholas Careful is going to talk to his people, they're going to cut your checks off. They're going to start laying you women off. Your vintage is going to fail. Done. Then you're trying to come back to your man. He's not going to let you. Go ahead, read.
Tremble, ye women that are at ease.
See that? So the women that are at ease right now are going to be troubled. They're going to be pulling their hair out. You're going to be wearing sackcloth. You're going to be like a bum or a hobo on the street, according to this prophecy. What are we reading? Bible prophecy. Bible prophecy. Yeah, David, he fell out of the room. Go ahead.
Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip ye, and make ye bare.
So the Gucci's coming off, the Louis coming off, the Chanel's coming off, the big earrings like the moon is coming off, the ankle bracelets coming off, the Mercedes Benz, that girl Benz, that 3 Series, no more. You're gonna have to flash ride out there. A 2025 bus pass. You understand? No more Mercedes Benz, no more BMW, none of that. Your vintage is going to fail. They said, oh, well, listen to this guy. You said, why you tell me to come over here? Because he wanted you to get the truth. He wanted you to get the truth. And you said, know the truth, and the truth shall make you mad. Then make you free. If your anger subsides. But for most of you, it probably won't. Because in the words of Captain Cool, Jack Nicholas, you can't handle the truth. Go ahead, King. Go ahead.
And gird sackcloth upon your loins.
See that? That means old clothes on your loins. So instead of having the name brand panties, you're going to have on sackcloth.
They shall lament for their teats, for the pleasant fields.
The word lament means they're going to be crying. They're going to be crying. They're going to lament for all of those things that they used to get. Mm-hmm.
Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city, because the palaces shall be forsaken, and the multitude of the city shall be left. The forts and towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks.
Come on, let's get Ezekiel 34 and 31. This is why man is your covering. Because the Most High said the leader of his people are men. Righteous men, not just any man, not no worldly man, not no worldly Negro. A man that's into this word and could teach you this Bible precept upon precept. Not just any man. See, he's talk and handsome. And he drives a Mercedes Benz and he watches porn all night. And he has threesomes. She don't care about none of that. And he got a lot of money. She don't care about the righteousness. So she goes right down with him. Look at Ezekiel.
What verse?
Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 31. Mm-hmm. And ye, my flock of my pasture, are men.
Are what?
Are men.
Who the Most High said the flock of his pasture? So Christ is a shepherd. And he said his sheep is who?
Are men.
And I can prove it. I could prove it because how many of the disciples were women?
Zero.
I can't hear you. How many of the disciples were women? Let's get one more precept. How did the Most High, when the Most High ends, which you refer to as the Old Testament, right? The Old Covenant. How does it end? How does he say you fix the earth? What did he say must be done for the earth to be fixed unless he was going to curse the earth? Let's get Malachi 4 verse 6. We'll see how the Most High said, this is the only way that the earth could be fixed. Watch this. And when he starts off in the New Testament, Christ he goes and get 12 men. No women. He goes and get 12 men because these men are supposed to fix the earth like it left off in the book of Malachi. But y'all didn't want it, so now the earth is cursed.
God, the book of Malachi.
I'm just careful, got a stick with Yahweh on it, man. A staff with Yahweh on it.
Yeah, that's one of them made.
He would have, man. How'd you get that? Yo, he got a staff made like me, man.
Yo, he gonna knock the truth into somebody.
What's up with this guy, Clean? He the one that got my staff. Look at that.
Wow, go ahead, Khan, leading the way.
He would have got my staff. Nefertali, man.
Okay, look at him with zig.
Yo, he ordered those for me, Nefertali.
Wow, you leading us right, brother. Leading us right.
Wow. I got it. Y'all should be. Whoever's reading that
book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 6. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
So that's how the Most High said he's going to fix the earth. You got to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children. The children don't go with the woman in divorce in the eyes of the Most High. They go with the father. You turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the children to the fathers. Otherwise, I'm going to smite the earth with a curse. And so this earth is under curse. That's why the earth is so diverse now. You see that? He even got on that debtor, stop being a debtor's hoodie, Nefertali. You see that?
Dang.
Not being a debtor's hoodie, man.
Wow.
He's more supported than Jenkins, man. It always turns out that. I can't hold you, man.
Damn, that's what whatchamacallit need. Israel. He was going in.
Something jumped on that boy, man. Come on.
Yeah, I blocked him on the other platform.
Someone blocked him?
I put him on timeout.
He probably think he's blocked. I haven't seen him over there, man.
Now he not on this platform. He on the.
No, he was in there earlier. He was on this one earlier.
He's on Tazadaq.
Yeah, he probably went over there. He was on this one earlier. He said I blocked him. Scoffing.
Nah, I ain't blocked. I just put him on timeout. He was.
No, he told them I blocked him.
Nah, I ain't blocked him.
Come on. See, there you go right there. See that clip? He was there?
Yeah, I see him.
He dealing with something, man. He dealing with something. He put a lot of comments here, man. Look, he said I was blocked. Now he's scoffing, man. Look at that. If you was blocked, how you had? And he said a host, now he's scoffing. A host blocked me. And he said I don't control the audio. That would have been like a clamorous woman if he was talking, but he was texting it. Because look at all these comments. The next 14 or so comments was just all him. Anyone else got anything, man? Nah, we're going to open it up, man. Let's open it up. I'm pretty sure you got something, Clay, right? Let's open it up. I'm going to drop the link in the room. Anyone want to come in the room? You can come in the room and speak. We just ask that you show some decorum. If you have any questions, we'll entertain those questions. We're not here for no drama. We're here to edify.
That's right. That's right.
Gratitude. You got anything, Remy? Marty, Mark? Yusef, where's your people at? Well, they're not really your people. You just met them, right?
Yeah, Con. Yeah, I was like I said, she was it was in a laundromat. I just said click on to the link, listen to the truth. Miss J, if you wanna if you're still listening, still looking, go and click on the link. You got any questions, sis? Come listen to the truth for real.
Look at this guy say I speak truth. This guy, there you go. Listen, man, click on the link and come in the room. Israel, click on the link and come into the room.
Yeah, I did attempt to ask questions to him earlier based on what he was putting in the chat, and he really hasn't answered any of them, you know. He's choosing to go in the debtor mindset.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that he's been causing a lot of limits.
Tree.
He was on here arguing with Malachi.
He put in that email, the second email at 2-something in the morning, said that that Yahushua was not the natural son of Joseph, and just left that open ended. And I was like, "What in the world are you coming from? Like, where is that coming from?" So something's definitely on him.
Something be I'm telling you, the people be in their house probably hard up, man. Hard up, coked up. You don't know what the people doing. I wouldn't pay him no mind.
He looks hard in that photo right there. He looks hard. He probably just spoke to Smith. He just finished smoking a spliff. That's why he say I blocked him. And his wall, I probably did block him.
blocked him and hit him with that Superman punch Aki was talking about. That's probably what he's feeling.
What's
I didn't
crazy
block
is
him.
he
I didn't
left.
block him.
No, yeah, he didn't block. He left and then he came back into the room. Mike's still muted. I mean, that's on you.
Just probably the most attention he done got in a couple of months. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Any
He
questions?
definitely
Any
ain't about no woman.
questions? Any questions? Anyone have any questions? Now's the time.
I got a question, Art.
Good.
Could you educate me on what is the proper name to call the Most High, whether that be Ahaya, Yahaya, Yahuwah, and where does it stem from? Because I
Oh
don't.
yeah, you got that in your. You said you had the basura, right?
Yeah, so they call him Yahuwah here.
Yeah. So
But
yeah, I mean, so that's kind of like me being Yahuwah and Yahweh is the closest thing to it, right? And the reason being is because Ahaya is definitely not the name. That just means I am that I am. Ahaya Ashahaya. That's not what he was given a name. And that's easily disproved. You can watch my videos on that. That's easily disproved when you go throughout the Bible. You don't see him call Ahaya Ashahaya anymore. But you always see when it's saying the Lord God. When it's saying the Lord God, that's when he's given his name. Right? So you see that throughout the scriptures. But you don't see, and I heard that whole Ahaya argument and how they mistranslate Ishi. I've heard all that before and been over it. I actually have a video on that. I'm that online, a couple. Now, when you get to the Yahweh and Yahuwah, that's just a matter of pronunciation. Because it's, who's the noise coming from now?
that's just a matter of what? Yusuf, could you mute your
Pronunciation. You
God?
see how someone up north might say oil and someone might say oil? Because you can't go by the transliteration, right? When you're reading this stuff in English, that's a transliteration from the Hebrew, right? But when you read it in the Hebrew, it's written the same way. Yahuwah and Yahweh, right? And so the reason that some of these people are saying Yahweh and some are saying Yahuwah, because some people, you know that there's no W, right? The W
Right.
came from the two V's, right? You understand that?
Yep.
Right. So when some people pronounce that, they pronounce it with the ooh sound. And some people pronounce it with the wah sound. So that's why some people say Yahweh and some people say Yahuwah, right? So that's just this is why sometimes you hear me saying Yahweh, sometimes you hear me saying Yahuwah. So I could actually address both of those people, because it's kind of like someone living up south, living down south, and someone living up north. The pronunciation is actually going to be changed based on the way that they're saying it, but it's really the same name. That's the only distinction between Yahweh and Yahuwah. One's pronouncing it with the oo sound, and one's pronouncing it with the wah sound. So when some people see that Yahu, they're pronouncing that and some people that W sound, they're pronouncing it with the wah, right? Let's take the word Debtor. Some people pronounce that debtor. I pronounce the word debtor. Which one is right? So that's the same kind of thing with Yahweh and Yahuwah. When you get rid of the transliteration, the people would have just actually pronounced it differently based on their dialect. But but it's essentially the same thing. When they write it in the Hebrew, they're writing down the same thing. Now, when some people, I've heard some people pronounce it also, Yuhe, Ahe. I hear Nefertali using that sometimes. So a lot of
Kang,
it,
your Wahe, Kang.
yeah, a lot of this is just simply based on the region that the person might have been in, the way that they're going to pronounce it.
Cool.
And that's all that really is when it comes to those things right there.
Got it. So in Exodus, when Moshe asks Elohim for his name, why does he give him that name?
Even what name?
Ahaya Ashahaya.
That's not what he gave it. That wasn't the name. If you keep reading on, you'll see when he gave him the name, when he said, "This is my name forever." They tell him, "I am sent you." He wasn't given the name there. That's not when he's given the name.
Cool.
That's not the name. Okay, so let me ask you this, brother. Because maybe what I said went over your head. Where else in the scriptures is the Most High called "I am that I am"? When someone's referring to the Most High, where else in the scriptures are referring to him as "I am"?
Nowhere. That's why I was confused.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's not when he gave the name. He was just telling them, "I am sent you." Right. But when you keep reading that precept, keep reading, and then look in your you say you have the basura. Look at your basura, and the basura, when you look at it, it's going to say Yahuwah if you keep reading.
Right.
That's what he's giving a name when he said, "This is my name forever."
Oh, I see. He gives it to them in the form of the Tetragrammaton.
Right. And so they know the name, because if they didn't know the name, they wouldn't have came up with the Tetragrammaton. That right there alone tells me they know the name. Because how did they come up with the Tetragrammaton? That means they knew the name. The Y, the V wouldn't have been there, right? And so this is why I'm telling you, the reason that they had the Tetragrammaton there, because some people would pronounce that the wa with the R sound, right? Because remember, the V came from Latin, so the V wouldn't have been there either. So it would have been, instead of the W, a W comes from a U, which when you transliterate it, it was a V. So the W would have really had the sound, right? So this is why they wrote it Yahuwah. So that means they knew the name. So the Tetragrammaton, instead of it being the YHWH, it would be the YHUH, because the W in real truth is from the U. You see what I'm saying? The
Kang.
You see what I'm saying?
Cool.
When you deal with linguistics, the W is not as old as the original letter U.
That's right. Fire, brother. Go ahead, King.
The W should be pronounced with the sound, but some people don't pronounce it that way. They say "wah" because the A is added onto it, right?
Right.
But they say but it's really the same thing. It's just going to depend on where you are, the way that you're going to say it.
I posted that video breakdown. That was the first ever video I saw. I posted in a private chat. Of the
But
name.
we done it again, man.
Thank you, Rob.
Me and Tazadaq, we had done it again. But you know what? What was I going to say, man? I lost my chain of thought. The argument over the Yahweh and Yahuwah is kind of like when I went in the military, there was this dude from Louisiana, and he was saying Earl. I said, "Oh man, I don't know no Earl." He said, "No man, Earl that you put in your car." I said, ain't no damn Earl in my car." And I said, "What man? What are you? Oh, what is Earl?" And so the dude, and he wrote it. He said, "This man, what the hell you act like you don't know what I'm saying?" So he was really saying, oh, no, real talk. This really happened. It was this dude named Scott. So I didn't know in New Orleans they pronounce OIL as oral. You see what I'm saying? And they legitimately say it that way there. But we was looking at the same word, but because the region where he was from, he pronounced oil oral. I really didn't know. So he thought I was, he's like, come on, man. Oh, did you put in your damn car? I said, yo, my man, I don't know no you can make sense to me right now. But, it's the region. Like some words, and you'll notice, like some words, like a lot of people from New York, they be like, yo, you pronounce this funny. Or you sound real funny with this, or you sound like an Italian or something. But some people pronounce some things differently. But it's often the same word. Like that, Yahweh and Yahuwah. But if you have the understanding that the W is really a U, if you have that understanding, you're going to pronounce it with the sound. Then it's going to be Yahuah, Yahuwah, hu. Some people pronounce that hu with the wa, because that W, the transliteration is in their mind, right? And it says, and this is how you know that Ahaya is not the name, because the precept says his name is in the son's name. You see that? His name is in the son's name. So you can't say Yahusha without saying Yahuwah, because it's right there in the name, same spelling. You can't say Yahweh without saying Yahushai. The name is right there in his name. So that fulfills the scriptures. But the Ahaya doesn't. And to prove it, whenever the Most High's name is mentioned anywhere else in the scriptures, he's not called I am. So he wasn't given the name there. Someone get that precept. Let's read that precept.
Kahan, can you clear up the Jehovah name? Can
That's
you bring
the
that
J.
up?
We know that we know the J and the V again. The letter J and the V. The J came 15th century, right? So it can't be that. Like Jah, it can't be the name of the Most High. Jehovah can't be the name of the Most High, right? Jesus can't be. Because what? He was back 2,000 years ago. So how you using something from the 15th century and saying this is the name of the Most High? You understand what I'm saying? And the V wouldn't be there anyways. So it goes back to antiquity. The letter V is something new that came out of Latin. It has nothing to do with Hebrew. That would have been the U, which is the sound. See that? Very simple. I have all this in a video. Which one did you pronounce? Which one did you post, Benaiah? The older one or the one that me and Tazadaq did?
The one with it's you, Yashabim, and
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
Will
That's
you post that in the room?
yeah, in the private chat. Check the private chat. You should see it.
Yeah, because that video we really went into that, man.
Kahan, so can I say this? Can I say this?
Yeah.
If the letter J, right, wasn't derived into a certain timeline in history, right, and the scriptures were written before that, as we know. So every man, like Jeremiah, Job, their names really supposed to start with a Y instead of a J.
Con.
Yep. Supposed to be pronouncing them as Jeremiah or Jacob, or it's supposed to be Jacob, Jeremiah,
Yakub.
Joshua, like that.
Yep. Con.
Sulaki, may I ask something?
Yeah, man. Love it.
The Most High knew there was going to be a bit of a translation issue here, but numerically, it all comes back to 10.5.6.5, brothers.
10.5.6.5, man.
10.5.6.5. That's the Hebrew God of Israel.
What does that mean? 10.5.6.5. What is that?
That's the numerical. The Most High was speaking with the numbers. He said the first day, the second day, the third day, and his Hebrew name transliterates back to a numerical form. And that numerical form is 10.5.6.5. So, it's the 10th letter of the Hebrew or the Paleo alphabet is 10. The fifth letter, it's 5. So, you know, if you add those numbers up, that's 10, 5. They all are 10, 5, 6, 5. That way we all know we're talking about the creator of us, the creator of Israel. That's the only creator that's taking credit for the hair of wool and skin of fine burnt brass. But it transforms back to numerical form if you're calling them Yahweh, if you're calling him Yahweh, if you're calling them, I think, nevertheless, it all translates back to the numerical numbers of 10, 5, 6, 5.
So
And I just found
basically,
out that because Kahan sent me the paleo alphabet, you know, the paleo letters, and my goodness, brother, that blew my mind. The fact that it all translates back to those numbers, 10, 5, 6, 5.
so basically, when we call upon when people call upon using the word, the letter J, when they call Jehovah or Jesus or anything like that, they're calling on a deity, basically.
They're calling on a demon.
Okay.
Jesus is really Zeus. That's
Jesus.
a Greek god. That's what they're calling on. Jesus. That's the deity.
Yeah,
Zeus.
that doesn't translate back to Hebrew. That doesn't translate back to 10, 5, 6, 5. You'll never find Yahweh's name within that name. That name doesn't even transfer back to Yahweh nor Yahweh. Nothing like that. It doesn't translate back anything like that. It doesn't even translate back to. It's just not the name, bro. That letter J just got into existence as far as
Works.
300
I
years
have
ago.
it. You can look at go and check it out for yourself. So page 556. He had observed that priestly headpiece. They're using different transliteration. But the Amalekites come in and they confuse everybody. Huh. Tetragrammaton called the YHWH.
Book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Oh, Yahweh shall be saved. Now, we can eliminate Lord. We know it's not that. We can eliminate Jesus. We know it's not that. We can eliminate God. We know it's not that. We dealt with God last night. Now, we have to see, is it Yahweh Shah or is it Yahusha or Yahushua? Tell us so that we may know. Okay, you better read that last part because the nation's going to start saying they could get a piece of that. Read verse 22. Let's read it again. Let's read it again together, brother.
Come.
Let's stop at the first part of 22 so that they get some understanding here.
Come.
Before Yeshaya come on here and say, hey, yo, like I was saying, it says you men of Israel.
Come. Book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 21 and 22. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of Yahweh Shah shall be saved. Ye men of Israel.
So it's letting you know who it's talking to. It's letting you know who it's talking to. Hamashiach Yahweh Shah never talked to any other nation of people besides the Israelites. Let's go to Acts 4 and 12. So you can't call on the name Jesus. You can't call on the name God. Can't call on the name Lord. There's no salvation in those names.
Book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 12. Oh, if you got it, Tazadaq, you good.
Yeah, both of you got that strong, deep voice, man. That's what people like to hear, man.
The book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under the heaven given among men, whereby we must be saved.
So you have to say the name. You got to say the name, Nate. There's no option. You can't say Jesus. You can't say you'll play yogurt. You can't say God. You can't say Lord. You have to say that name. We need to know what that name is, man, so we'll know we're calling on the right name. This has to be discussed, man. You have to say that name. You can't say Jesus in there, you're going to be saved. No, you're going to be waiting for a black demon called Polyon. If you keep calling on that name, Jesus, man, and Jesus or Christos. So we're taught not to call on the name of Yahweh Shah. We're taught to call on the name of the Lord. We're taught to call on the name God. We're taught to call on the name Jesus. And the Son's name, every time we say the Son's name, we have to say the Father's name. There's a certain faction of people that was going around the earth that told a lie that said the name of the Most High was too sacred to pronounce, so they came up with a tetragrammaton called the YHWH. That's a lie. That's a lie, because we're being told from these lessons we're going over last night and tonight that you have to say the name. Let's get the book of Exodus 23 and 21. The Father's name is in the Son's name. So every time you say Yahweh Shah, you have to say the Father's name. You have to say Yahweh Shah. And we're gonna.
So let me say this. Again, people were it's perfectly fine to pronounce those names, Yahuwah, Yahusha. Understand that. Yahuwah, Yahuah, and Yahusha, Yahusha.
We're going to get to the confusion, right? Read what you got.
Book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 21. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not.
Don't provoke him not by calling him Jesus, by calling him Lord, by calling him God. You know?
For he will not pardon your transgressions.
He's not going to pardon you for not calling on him by the right name. Delete, you better learn this name. You know?
For my name is in him.
My name is in him. The name Yahweh is in Yahweh Shah. Now, a lot of people say the name Yahusha is in the name Yahuwah. I mean, Yahuwah is in the name Yahusha or Yahushua. Okay. We're going to get to that. Now, there's 4 vowels. Let's examine these, right? And let's examine the pronunciation of the Father's name. Now, the first century writers, there was a man called Josephus, Flavius Josephus. He tells us that the name consists of 4 vowels. Commonly, you see it written in the encyclopedia as the YHWH. Everyone familiar with that? They call it the tetragrammaton. These vowel letters stand for the Hebrew letters. Now, here's where the problem comes in. This is where the problem comes in, and this is where there's so much confusion. Now, they tell us that the Y is for Yod, Y-O-D. We know that's a lie, man. When we deal with phonetics, we know that's a lie. Because how did they get Yah from Yod? Because they say that because the Y alone don't have that Yah sound. You see what I'm saying? As in Yahweh or Yahuwah. So they say that the first letter is Yod. We say it's Yah. You understand? See, this is where the confusion comes in with the name. And then they tell you the second letter, the H, has that hey sound, H-A-Y. We say it has the now I want you.
The people that say it has the hey sound, those are the ones that say you hey, hey.
To notice the difference in phonetics. You know how I know that they're off? Because the Most High already put the spirit in us as infants. When an infant first starts talking, when a baby first starts talking, a baby could say Yah, ha, wah. That's phonetics. That's phonetics. And it's all coming from the root. The yeah, yeah. See, the breath is in that. The root's in that. Then you have the ha, ha, ha. Baby say that all of the time. My son be saying it now. He be saying Abba, 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 Abba. Now, it's automatically in him. You see what I'm saying? No one had to teach him that. He automatically starts saying Abba, Abba, Abba. That's father in Hebrew. You understand what I'm saying? So, when you start to put stuff in it like Yud for the Y, Hey for the H, then they came up with the ooh. They came up with the ooh sound, the U, A, U. So they had the Yud, Hey, this sound is a U, A, U is a sound. And then they take the last Hey. And so they call these letters Yud, Hey, Hey. Yud, Hey, Hey. That's not how we pronounce it. When you deal with phonetics, man, you can already pronounce this stuff as an infant. But an infant can't pronounce Yud. You understand? An infant can't pronounce Hey. An infant can pronounce Ha, Ha, Ha. You understand? Coming from the diaphragm. An infant can pronounce Wah, Wah, Wah. Before they can say water, what do they say? Wah. They say some of the Most High's name right there. The Wah. See, now this is what's crazy is that they were trying to tell us that the U-A-U is pronounced Wah. You understand what I'm saying? They say it has the Wah sound. Why not write it like it? They write it the same way in the Ibri, but they pronounce it differently. They said that the Wah sound is represented by the double U, two U's, right? But essentially the sound of ooh, the letter Hey, appears as the second and the fourth letter. So they come up with Yud, Hey, Hey. That's how they break down those four vowels. Now the Assyrian heard and transcribed the proper translations of the Father's name as Yahweh. See, a lot of people are saying Yahuwah. Now, I can agree with that. Because when you look at it in the Hebrew, again, Yahuwah is good. We could say Yahuwah or Yahweh because that could just be a different dialect, right? When they spell it Y-A-H-U-A-H, Yahuwah instead of Yahweh, because some people may pronounce the H sound with ha. And some may pronounce it with hu. But the problem comes when they put the son's name in there. Because remember, it says that his name is in the son's name. His name's in the son's name, right? So going back to Josephus, the first century historian, you read in the book of Josephus, his complete works. I have it. You can go and check it out for yourself, page 556. He had observed that priestly headpiece had 4 vowels on it. And the first 2 vowel letters was see, they're going to say the yod, we say the yah. They say hey, we say ha. And then according to Strong's, I pulled up Strong's H 3050. See, all of this is coming from Esau. Esau is destroying you from saying the original name. Esau is destroying you from saying the original name. He's teaching you the name is Jehovah. That comes from the Amalekites. Yeah, Strong's H 3050. Now, how did they get, think about this. Let me pull something up on the screen. How did they get from Yud, Y-O-D, how did they get the Yah sound? Yah. How did they get Yah out of that? How did they get Yahuwah out of it? How come it's not Yahuwah? Because they saying it's Y-O-D, Yud. They're not saying it's Yah. See, the way that we write it, the Y-A, it already has Yah there. But the way that they write it, Y-O-D, is the Yod sound. Like yo-yo, not Yah.
Yeah, I got it pulled up.
Can you enlarge that a little? It's as big as it'll go. And they got that, as you see, they got the script in there that came out of Babylon. It's called the so-called Assyrian script. After we came out of Babylonian captivity, we start writing it like that. That's not the Paleo. But as you see, they pronounce it Yah. You could close that, Mashiach. So how are they getting Yah from Yod? Y-O-D. Even if you take the Y-O off, right? I mean, you take the O off, the O-D, it's still not Yah sound because it's Y. So how are they getting that sound? So it must be Yah and not Yod. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you, Yashabah? You see what I'm saying when you break that down?
That makes perfect sense, especially since studying the old language. That makes perfect sense.
So now, when we say Y, we hear what? When you pronounce the H, we hear the ha sound. How did you get that? When you pronounce the H, you hear the ha sound. But they say it's hey, Yud hey, Y. We call it the ha sound.
This is not really the one that I wanted, Benaiah. I think it might be on
Sarah,
True Disciples of Christ.
So the problem is that third vowel. That's what's throwing them off.
I forgot what the name of it.
When you come to the third vowel, they write it U-A-U. And they pronounce it with a wah sound. And so that's what's throwing everyone off. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen here so I can show you what I'm talking about here. Show you where the confusion comes in here, man. Doop, 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 doop. See what God had. That's glasses, man. All right. This is how we write. And Yasha Allah. This is why we say Yasha Allah. And you hear some people like that gathering of Yeshua, they say Yasha all. You understand? It's because they mispronounce these right here. Now, when you're dealing with a baby can say all of these. But a baby can't say the way that they break them down. When a baby starts talking, you hear him say, ba, ga, da. You understand? Ha, wa, za. Baby can say all of that. This is phonetics. You understand what I'm saying? This is phonetics. This is the pure tongue. You don't have to add with the Amalekites added it. Let me show you how the Amalekites deal with it. This is what's throwing everyone off. And this is why people are mispronouncing the names. Let's see. All right. This is one of the, can you see this? Is that big enough? Can you guys see that? Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I see it.
All right.
I see it.
Now, here's the problem. You got a certain, now this will work right here, right? This is kind of like, see this Yahweh? See, it's written the same. It's their transliterations that's causing a problem. You see what I'm saying? When they transliterate the name, they write it the same. Yah-ha-wah. Yah-ha-wah. The H is silent. So the way that we deal with it, this is the Y-A, Yah, the H-A, ha, the W-A, wah, and the last H is silent. Now, I can see how they could say Yahuwah. That's cool, right? Because they still saying, this group of people, I can rock with this right here. Yah, who? Because it's kind of like, right here, again, this is like me being from New York and saying, huh, and someone being from New Orleans saying, who, right? It's kind of like saying oil and oil. You look at it, it looks the same, but they're pronouncing it differently because from different reasons, right? So we can rock with this, but this is what I have a problem with, right? Yah, ha, wah. Now we got a problem right here. So this is where they change it up. They say Yahushua, Yahushua, Yahush. Now this right here, we can rock with that. That's right, because this right here, this is an SH sound. You see this, Joshua? Right here.
Oh yeah, I know about it.
That's the sharp. That's the SH sound. But now this is the problem, right? This right here, this letter that you read. This is, see, they want to call it Ain. It doesn't have an A sound. You see what I'm saying? It has the I sound, which is why we say Yahweh Shah. It doesn't have this A sound. This A is wrong, like I wrote right here. This don't have an A sound.
No.
This is where the Amalekites come in. They confuse everybody. They call this Ain, from your throat. That wasn't our language, man. This is a I sound. Ain. It doesn't have this A sound. So obviously, Yahushua is wrong. Because think about it. They call this Ain, right? How they get Yahushua? Nah, man. But Yahweh I. You hear that I? And Ain? You don't hear the sound.
God.
You hear Yahweh Shai. I. It comes from the throat. It's Gata. It comes from the throat. They say Yahuwah, Yahushua, and some of them just say Yahusha. They don't put this at the end.
No.
That's the other confusion.
Yeah.
And it's written in the scriptures like that. There's a few different ways it's written in the scriptures. So, what do I have here? No, that's the Lord's Prayer. All right. Again, these are the people that use it. Yahushua, right? Yahushua. All right. Get it over here. Showed you that one already. But there's another group that says it a little differently. Okay. If you look these up in Strong's, you'll see that we're right. Yahweh, right? Yahweh means eternal. Strong's 3068. Yah means eternal. Strong's 3050, right? This is in the Paleo Ibrit. This is after the Babylonian captivity. This is the form of script that Ezra, the priest, and them started using, and this was passed on to us. This got dropped. In the book of Daniels, like I was going over last night, half of the book of Daniels was written in the Paleo Ibrit, and the other half was written in this Babylonian text that they call the Syrian script that we started using after we came out of the Babylonian captivity, and this is what was passed on. This is what the Amalekites could read. This is why they don't understand this, and they tell you this is not a real language. Like, what's that dude that be going around, Tazadaq, that by harassing all the Israelites? That Amalekite demon?
Also, if I could add, if you go to that last one, they
Malone.
Yeah.
Yeah, modern day they call Paleo Phoenician. So what you see here at the top, the first Yahweh, they call that ancient Paleo, and then the second one, even though that's Paleo Hebrew, it's still ancient. It's just not as old. They call that modern day now. If you look it up, they call that Phoenician, but it's the same thing.
This?
Yep, that right there. They calling it Phoenician now.
Yeah,
it's classified modern day.
Yeah, the first three at the top, that's more. I don't know what them last one at the bottom.
All right, now here's the other mistranslations right here. They got this from Esau also. Now you see this? This is the problem when they call this Jordan. How you getting y'all from this? I try to say y'all from this, I can't. They call this Jordan. So it kind of has the O sound. You see what I'm saying? They call this Jordan. Hey, they don't say ha. They say hey. Yud, hey, wa. They pronounce this with the wa. Yud, hey, wa, hey. And they're saying that what those letters represent. And they call that Yahuwah when they pronounce it. So they're dropping some of these things that they add here. So that should be able to tell you that this is added on. We don't have to do that, right? We could just say Yah, Ha, Wah. You drop the A at the end. You drop the A at the end. But they say Yahuwah. Yahuwah. You see what I'm saying? They're pronouncing it just like the other group, but they're using different transliterations. They're pronouncing this who. Yahoo. You see what I'm saying? You see how the other ones? And so this is how they try and justify it, right? And if you're not sharp like that young guy, Joshua, if you're not sharp, they could trick you up with this. So they say this is Yahudah having the added letters dilate, right? This right here they call dilate. See, this is how you know Amalekites is controlling their minds. We don't have no dilate. This is called duh, right? So what they're trying to say is if you remove this duh, or they call it dilate, then from Yehuda, you don't have the duh, you have Yahuwah. So that's how they try and justify it. You see what I'm saying? That's how they try and justify it. You see what I'm saying? That's Amalekite. But that's not, man. The way this should be pronounced is Yahweh. You see?
Yeah.
Yahweh. You see what I'm saying? Yahweh. And again, that H on the end, you drop the A. So it's Yahweh. You see what I'm saying? That's how they deceived us. That's how they deceived us. And so they're saying if you drop this, see, we don't have to drop it. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because if we drop it, the Most High's name is going to be there. It's going to be Yahweh. You see what I'm saying? It's still going to be the same thing. So they say if you drop it, it's Yahuwah. Yahuwah. That's what they call it. You see what I'm saying? And so you see how right here they call this Shin, and Ayin. You see what I'm saying? The Ayin is literally pronounced with the I sound.
Yeah.
Does it not make more sense to call it Yahweh Shah? Yahweh. We're dropping this because they added that. This is a sh sound. Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah. It's just the I sound. It's really simple, man.
So, real quick, I don't know why they have an AYIN.
That's Amalekite.
Because the ancient symbol is really an I.
Right.
And it should be Ayan, not a yin. So I'm gonna show you.
And they don't pronounce it Ayin because I've taken some of their classes.
Yeah, this is what
they pronounce it Ayin from the throat. Ayin.
Yeah,
You know see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know they can't speak our language anyway, so they screw up a lot of words, man.
That's wild.
Like they don't say Yahweh. No, I mean they don't say Yeshaya. Know what they call Yeshaya when they kept reading it in the Ibrit? They call it Yashayahu. That's how they pronounce it. Yashayahu. They try and read my son's name all the time, man. Go to the doctor, you know what they call him? Yashayahu. I said the name is Yeshaya. If you can't say Yeshaya, say Isaiah. But say the damn name right.
Wow.
Yeah, they call it Yashayahu. It's Amalekite, man. So we got a lot of people following this, man.
Well, it's interesting from my perspective because I've not been exposed to a lot of the foolishness because I went straight to the ancient, so I'm learning it the way it's supposed to be the right way. But looking at everything that you're bringing out, you have thousands of years of deception and mistranslation that if folks do not care to see it for themselves, will just take it at face value and just let it be. If you're going to take your salvation seriously, you got to go and see this for yourself. This is mind-blowing.
So here's all up in my head. Here's all up in my head. This group over here said Yud. We know this is Amalekite. Yud. Yud, hey, wah, hey. Then they call it Yahuwah. See, they have to take away some of these syllables just to say Yahuwah. You see what I'm saying? They can't just say the Yud, hey, wah, hey. So that we know that one's out, man. But then they come up with the same thing that this group is calling it Yahuwah. You see what I'm saying? They break it down differently. This one makes more sense, right? We could rock with this right here. Because this could actually just be a different region. You see what I'm saying? Because pretty much the only thing, some people might pronounce this with the ha, and some people might pronounce it with the hu. You see what I'm saying? So we could fly with that one. But the problem comes in when you get to the son's name. They're saying Yahushua. Yahushua. But it's not an sound. It's an I sound. Right? Right here. Look at it. Ayin. That's not an sound. You can't get out of that. No matter how much you try, you can't get this out of that. Yahusha. I guess they're trying to say it's a quick A right there. But it's not an A. This gives an I sound. Whenever you're dealing with this, it gives the I sound. So what the Amalekites do, they start to bring in little dots and all of that to try and give it a different sound. That's strict knowledge, man. That's strict knowledge.
Yeah, that's putting a stumbling block and a barrier between us and the Most High.
God, they don't want us to say that name, man. This is why they told us the name was too sacred. You understand? They don't want us saying the Most High and the Son's name, man. They know exactly what they're doing. They don't want those names said, man. We're going to say the name, man. So, you know, all of you under the sound of our voice tonight, choose for yourself after this. But just remember, that's the only name under the heavens by which you can be saved. So if you call on the wrong name, you already know if you calling on Lord, you calling on Jesus, you calling on God, you're not calling on the Most High, man. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Now you like that, understand it, believe it or not, man. You get mad, throw something at the screen, whatever. You know what I mean? You know, get like the freak got last night. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change the truth. There's only one truth. And you go, I've been worshiping him for a long time. He's going in, man. No matter how much you guys are trying to edify him, he didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear it. Now, as we see, the son's name is in his name. And this thing, let's get Jeremiah 23, verse 25 to 27. Because Jeremiah, he told us that lies cause the Most High's people to forget his name. Why did you forget his name? You start calling it Lord. That's why Lord's in the King James Version. They knew what they was doing when they was interpreting that Bible. They put the word of the Lord down. You know what that Lord is for? Baal. Baal.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 25 through 27. I have heard what the prophets said, that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed.
How long in his name? God, read.
How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
What verse are you on?
26.
All right, go ahead. Read on.
Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own heart, Verse 27, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
Right. So they forgot the name for Baal. This is why you're calling him Lord. They forgot. Someone say, how would you say Jehu in Paleo? He got Jehu. See, that's a problem right there. The U, he's using the U just like them. We will have the A there. But let's get Yakanan. Yakanan 5 and 43. It comes in the Father's name, man.
Book of Yakanan, or John, chapter 5, verse 43. I am come in my Father's name.
So Yahweh Shah, he comes in his Father's name, Yahweh. Some people are saying Yahuwah and Yahushua. Now we know that the other stuff is out. Just like Jeremiah, it has the Father's name in it at the end. The way the King James people don't translate it, they had the ending of it M-I-A-H. It's not there. It's Y-A-H, Jeremiah. So you're saying the Most High's name there at the end of that. Like Isaiah, Yeshaya. Not Isaiah, but Yeshaya. They don't even pronounce that right. You know what they call that? Yashe-Yahu. That's how Esau pronounces it. And that's how you know they off, man. And if you don't believe me, go to an Edomite. Go to an Edomite and tell him pronounce Yeshaya's name. Tell him pronounce it. Tell him to pronounce his name. Tell him to pronounce that name.
Yeah, when that guy put the J, there's no J.
Right.
He put Jehu. There's no J, brother. There's no J.
Yeah, that will have the Y sound. He probably didn't hear the beginning of it. Probably
Yeah,
didn't.
Maya put the G. Yeah, it's G. God.
What was that?
Shemaiah gave him a correction over there. For whatever that he put based on the J.
Let's get Hebrews 13 verse 8. It tells us that Yahweh Shah is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So do we really believe that he changed his name to Jesus, to Lord, to the Greco-Roman English? Of course not. We read in Philippians 2 and 9 that his name is above all names. Yahweh Shah's name is.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 8. Yahweh Shah Mashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever.
So the Yud-Hey Ahe, I don't know how they got that. And then, the Greco-Roman English name Jesus would have been known to no one 2,000 years ago. No one knew that name. No one knew that name.
All right, Benaya, I think this is the one. Damn, Ali got dropped out again. I think this is the one, Benaya, that I wanted to
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
What's that?
That video when I was getting into it and seeking clarity.
I think this is the one right here, though, man.
in you. For you have not forsaken those who seek you, O Yahweh. So, I mean, this is who we pledge our allegiance to. We don't pledge our allegiance to a flag. We don't pledge our allegiance to a president. We pledge our allegiance to Yahweh. So, the great news is this. To all of you that's on the outside, wondering why you have
What's that video?
In case in point, right? Let me show you how off our people is. And they wonder why the curses are still on. I sent out a message, like 3 hours ago, brother? At least 2 hours ago? The hour and a half? Somewhere around
they were saying
yeah, that's not Hebrew.
This is the one right here.
What the original meaning of words are. Like when you see the word heart, in the Bible, it has absolutely nothing to do with what's beating in your chest, but the soul of your mind.
So is that you talking, Yashabim, or is that the video?
That's your video.
All right. So live, huh?
Well, what's that?
This is a video right here.
I was actually doing a book on that. Let's see.
The diacritic mark is because those.
That's how they be actually getting kind of like, thrown off. So if that's the case, it would be he, and not ha. Or, they put the long sound on it and call it ha. Let's see. What did I make on this?
So it'll be easier for me to find a video the next time. Speaking of English, he's not giving me. That's how they came up with this stuff they call Hebrew, and they really speak Yiddish because they got a German dialect mixed in it.
Yeah, that's one of my questions. Where do we learn?
There's your boy, Wim Butler, Yashabim.
Man.
2019.
It really don't seem like it was that far away.
And whatnot.
Tazadaq for life.
One of the things that prompted me to want to learn, some years back.
What voice is that?
It's like, I think I've said this before, but
oh yeah, that's you.
They don't belong with the Yahuwah here, right?
Yeah.
You have the Yah, you have the Ha, you have the Wah, right? Yah, Ha, Wah. And then you have the Ha on the end. And at the end of the sentence, the rule is you drop this letter right here. So you have Y-A-H-A-W-A-H, Yahweh. So where did they get Yahuwah from? Unless they're calling this.
They get Yahuwah because some people don't pronounce this with this right here with the wah sound. They pronounce it with the Yah, Ha. But they put the U here. This sound right here is the U sound, the sound. So it's Yahuwah, Yahuwah, which is really, proper because this W will really have a U sound. The transliteration is what throws people off. This is a transliteration of the sound. But the transliteration has people saying wah, the W sound. But the W comes from U, two U's being put together. To come up with the W, they put two V's together. But remember, there was no V sound. This V came from Latin. this would have really been two U's, which is why they call it the double U. When you look in the King James 1611, instead of a U being written there, this V is written there, but it has the sound.
Go on.
And the I in the King James 1611, it doesn't carry the I sound. It carries the Y sound. So the I in the King James 1611 is pronounced with the Y sound. So where they have the Isus, it would be the Y sound. They really screw people over, man.
HU. You see what I'm saying? But it's pronounced. What is the meaning? Can everyone see that?
It was still monetized back then. You see that? This is the last time it was monetized in 2019.
Man, that's wild.
So, real quick.
Kind of pronounce it just like the back of your throat. So the whole screen,
Oh, you see the whole thing? Yeah, I thought I was on
yeah. Yeah, I can see 1 through 22. It's a full screen.
Do you see my documents and all that on the side, or you just see this Kelly and Hooper sound?
Yeah, I can see the Kelly Hebrew sound.
Oh yeah. Cut. Yeah, that's all I'm really going to see. So yeah, what was your question, Shenandoah?
The 8th character and the 11th character, are they pronounced the same?
All right. 8.
You talking about the?
No.
Because earlier you said "ka" for that one, and it only went up to a certain. I think it was a lot, but I think it went up to 8.
It sounds very similar, but like that ka, and 8 would be like waka, like waka. You know what I mean? You know, like and yeah, so in the captivity, to understand that if we continue to use counterfeits, like, so I need you to read that part again, bro.
Book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 5.
No, not Malachi, Micah.
That's not.
Anyways, man. I'm watching that now, man. Somebody got something, man. Yusuf Rahim, you disconnected, but now you fell out.
Yeah, I remember those days, man.
The channel's not even monetized anymore. Hasn't been for a minute. 3 years. Over 3 years now. What's up with it, Marty Marmon?
So they still hating?
All good, brother. Just getting this knowledge, man.
Marty Mark. Marty, you better go ahead to that airport, Elder. Well, you better go ahead to that airport, Marty. You're gonna lose a good thing.
Did you move around? Did you make that run?
Come on, Marty, man.
You said you really didn't do it, huh? I said, boy, you cold dude.
Yo, man, Marty Mark, if you want a funny guy, man, I'll get David on here.
You're the man in charge of being the man.
David will make you laugh all night long.
That shit. Hey, that wasn't funny, but I see you always keep it real, because you definitely kept it real then. Yep.
Yeah, man. Y'all got something, man? 6. I'm about to show y'all how to do a conditional acceptance for real at 8, man. Something from my book, man.
Con, it says Yusuf Rahim said he was in the back. He's in the backstage.
Who?
Yusuf Rahim says he's back.
No, he's not, man. I told him he's disconnected. Look at the screen. His device is not connected. He's having problems with his phone again, man. He's blaming me. He's taking the Israel role. Look at the screen. His device not connected. Can you guys see that? Only I can see it.
I can't see that. All I see is him putting something in the private chat.
Yeah, he grayed out, man.
Oh.
He needs to go out and come back in, man. David just came back in. David, what do you got for the people, man? Entertain them, David.
Oh, no man, anything but love.
How about a beer?
How
about if I order my beer, David?
My goal is to be an encourager. See, I've been like that from the beginning because you asked me specifically. The general asked me, "Well, what's my gift?" And my gift is to encourage. I'm going to encourage those that are right, and I'm to keep going, and I'm going to encourage those that are wrong to change.
Who's this guy talking to, man? Man, you phony.
I don't know, dude. He got to be high or something.
He's about to be out of here, man.
You know, put the link in the room.
He's dealing with some real bad spirits, man. Wow. People just don't come over here to argue, man. Nobody wants to argue and debate, man.
Wow. Still doing that, huh? They still that just.
I tell you what, Marty. If he was close enough to me, I'd whip his ass with this staff. Real talk.
You already
I'll
whipped his
demon out of
ass.
him with this damn staff, and I'll leave the imprint of Yahweh on his ass. When you saw my staff, I hit him with that right there.
Pass him around.
He's a righteous ass whip. He's a righteous ass whip.
Pass him around.
You done whooped ass all day. You whooped ass all day, Con, and they got an ass whooping intellectual style, man, from way over there, man, with this real right knowledge, man.
And ain't no coming back from that.
The brothers, they don't get it because what we were talking about last night. You know what we were talking about. When you misunderstand and put your own spin on this, you get locked out. See, and then you get trapped in your emotions, and then you can't receive nothing because you've been screwed up in the head by the same people that you rush down to kiss their butt. Same people that have been locking your ass up, enslaved you for hundreds, thousands of years, and they been doing it to you, and they experts at it now. They can lock your ass up without touching you because they got your mind. And you don't even did that, man. Sisters and stuff, he was telling you that. Most of these sisters, man, they knuckleheads, man. You know, riffraff. And then you get caught up when you hear the truth, you get mad. Oh, I wouldn't have nothing to do with them. You don't even get it. See, the thing is that the minute you do that, you're locked out. Enough for telling, you're not telling the truth. They get trapped in their emotions and TKO, you got them. Toast. Sad.
That dude is confused, man. For real. I mean, he got some kind of spirit.
Yeah, he's real confused, brothers.
You know, one moment he's, you know.
What's wrong with him?
He's for it. The next moment he's scoffing, man. Let's see why he got into a confrontation with Malachi that night. No, man. The dude's looking for a fight, man. Go and join the UFC.
Okay. Why he even on the channel?
I don't know, man, but he's about to be dismissed, man. Look at this, man. I will punch this dude in the damn face. He's probably a drunk. I don't like people like this. Real talk, man. These damn keyboard gangsters, man.
Keyboard gangsters, wow.
People talk stupid, man, until they get punched in the face.
Yep. Someone always got a plan.
Punching them in their face right now.
There's spirit around here, man. For real, man.
Right knowledge. Punching in your face right now with this right knowledge.
So
People like that kind of need an ass whipping, though, man. You know what I mean?
Buster, you a
Score
buster.
just go ahead, man. You don't agree, just leave, man.
You're a buster, man.
Just leave. You ain't cuffed over here, man.
And you want to be around men, come over here and trip with
Look at
men.
the message he's putting in the room.
What's that about?
And he's a lonely man. He ain't
Yeah.
with a woman right now. See, that's part of the problem, man. See,
Yeah.
when a man don't have a woman or something around, he ain't got nothing to do but to act like a damn woman. You come on here scoffing, acting like a female, man.
That's what I said about that dude from Lowe's. I was like, man, you need a hug, brother. That's
This dude right here, remember, you know what this is, Yashabin? This is the dude that his wife left him and took the car and all of that. That's the dude that called you for a job. That's who this is, man. Start getting him out, man.
Wife took the car. Shit, boy.
So, man, why you let her take the car? How you gonna get down here? I don't know, man. We trying to do him a solid. You gonna come in here and talk tough, man. The Negro's a strange creature, man.
What happened to that dude that got went over there in his emotions with the pistol, went across state lines, and his woman waited, got him
I
locked
haven't seen
up.
that brother in a minute, man. I think he got the remedy. So you know what? I bet he's over there listening to that guy giving stuff away for free. I can almost guarantee it.
Oh yeah, he disappeared after he got what he want, huh?
Woman got him locked up, man, and then she wanted to kick it with the other dude anyway, but she wanted to get him wrapped up, and he took his thing, blew across state lines, blew up to the door with it. Then she called 5-0 on his ass and had him locked up. And he started calling it. He started calling it.
Israel. We're not even calling him Israel anymore, man. We're just gonna call him Israel. Israel, you probably should go and start your own thing. Because you're a scoffer, man. Most husbands put some stuff in your life also.
Bug somebody, you gotta go bug some women and stuff. I wouldn't go bug some men. What's wrong? What's up with that, man?
Purim's gonna get marched this 15th. What's up, Moima?
No, I just say if you want some attention, I sure wouldn't come over there bugging no real cats for it. Go bug some women and let them talk shit to it, because they used to that. These women going off on her, and then he come over here with some real cats, and you want the wrong kind of attention. Something weird about
that. Tourist Bay, my man. Hey man, ain't nobody, Nefertali, none of y'all got nothing. Yusef Rahim, was your people in here? Benaya, none of y'all got anything, man. Shut this down, man.
Yeah, you pretty much covered everything, Ak, and you know it was good that you elaborated more so on the connection of it all, because we're still talking about the creator of Israel, you know, our creator. So I thank you and the brothers for going into heavy detail with that. Yeah, that dude looking for a bottle, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, what a blessing.
It's probably hard, man.
Go bug some females, man. Don't come over here with that, man.
Yeah, man, you might get butt hurt. These words, these scriptures smack you on your buttocks. You can't sit down because you got cut so bad.
Shalom, family. Shalom, Shalakia. My princess want to greet the family. Go ahead.
Shalom, Tazadaq family.
Shalom.
May the Most High bless you all.
Shalom, little sister. Shalom.
May blessings be upon you.
Oh, I know. Cute.
Say thank you.
May blessings be upon you, beloved. Thank you. Torah Rabbah, the water, and all that good stuff.
Right on, right on.
Oh, yo. He got it. Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and throw it out there. Will, don't send me no more emails, man. You're just wasting time.
Oh, no, I blocked him already. He ain't on here no more.
Oh, okay.
I kept going on. Wouldn't tone it down, man. Blocked the brother, man. I think he's probably drunk, man. For real. I never seen him behave like that, not on that degree.
I don't have anything else. It was a good lesson, though. I got almost.
Yeshaya. I am Daniel. Yeshaya. All right, man. I guess we can shut it down, man. I'm sleepy, man. Marty Ma, I see you at the airport, King.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, family. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.